streaming.
We good?
Where's that thing?
Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Titus Peoples, and we are back with yet another episode of Sweat the Critique. I'm your host, Titus Peoples, and always to the left of me.
Yo, it's your boy Longma. What doesn't kill you makes you strong except burns, hepatitis, and Longma from the L-O-N-G. You can't spell Longma without O-M-G. And always on the A's and V's is...
Oh, Cutter, what's going on?
Cutter Beezy is in the building.
I wish y'all saw that. He raised his hand like we in class.
No, I didn't see it. I was here today.
It's like me, teacher.
I'm not even gonna front. Cutter looked like he used to sit in the front of the class because he always get in trouble in the back.
So what did I tell you? So I'm sorry.
We good. We live.
So what's good, y'all? What y'all been up to?
I just challenged a friend of mine to a week's worth of like writing a new song, and we're gonna try to see if we could just do that for like every single week. And just been writing, filming a lot. Shout out to Jay Spoon. I've been making a music video with him, and just trying to keep the momentum going.
That's what's up. Cutter Beezy.
That's been chilling, man. I'm about to finish my short film, hopefully, by the beginning of July. So I'm just ready to finish that, and I've just been writing. I've been writing my feature for about a week now.
Right.
It's coming along pretty good.
And guys, if you're not weird or not stalkers, and if you really do support us, you can be an extra and cut a short film. Like, as long as you ain't coming on no weird shit, like, you know what I mean? Because Cutter, his sets be armed with them people, and you know what I mean? So you get tased, bear sprayed.
Allahu Akbar, that's all I gotta say.
You know his set, you heard it already.
Yeah.
Like, they be suited and booted.
Final calls and a bean pause.
Word. No one man should have all that power. I know that scene. Y'all know that scene very well. So, as long as y'all not on no weird shit, y'all come to support Cutter and be an extra in his film, man.
Hell yeah.
Word.
Facts.
Alright, man. Like,
what about you, man? How you doing?
Oh shit, yeah, about me, man. So, yeah, like the students that I was working with, they had their little project at the school. They premiered the short film that I helped them write through the Bronx Film Initiative. Shout out to Christina and Mel for having me a part of the program. It was an amazing program, and we got to run that back this summer for the summertime, for the summer camps. We definitely got to run that back. So, yeah, man, they screened their short film, their short horror movie, did a little Q&A. I came there dressed like somebody uncle with the white dress shirt tucked in the pants, slacks, brown shoes.
I'm dead.
I thought I was going to be late. I'm running through the projects and shit. All I hear is out the window, look at Titus just like somebody uncle. I'm like,
That's hilarious.
Where
Now,
I was, though.
You've been there for a long time. Niggas doing that.
Hell yeah, Titus like somebody uncle. Yo, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Saint Nick, shout out to Saint Nick Peace, man. Like, y'all niggas is crazy over there. But, yeah.
Facts.
It was a good little thing, man. Like, they came dressed and all that. They did a little Q&A. I felt like a proud father watching. Oh my God, this is the students. Because they were also shy before they started this program and don't really know how to talk. Well, like, they know how to talk, but obviously not in a setting like that where they had to express their ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, shout out to Christina, Mel, for working with the kids and stuff like that. And we had a decent bunch too. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, Christina did an amazing job facilitating the program and stuff like that. And she brought me in as the screenwriter. So,
Word.
Shout out to Christina.
yo, bro, like, listen, man.
Yo, that's just so crazy, bro. Cause I had that like same experience when I was younger. I used to work as like a camp counselor.
Oh, word?
And it was just crazy how like seeing like the people that was counseling.
Yeah.
They're like 25 now.
Word,
You know what I'm
yo,
saying?
grown ass people.
So I was like I seem so old.
Word,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Son.
I was just their age. You know what I'm saying?
Shit real, bro. Like,
Crazy.
Yo, and just the thing, yo, so for those that don't know that my grandmother, she ran a daycare out of her house. So imagine me being the age that I am now,
Yeah.
me having to pick them up from school when they're
Yeah.
like 5, 6. These niggas is 25 with
Yeah,
their own
yeah,
kids now. It's
25,
like, God
yeah,
damn, I'm
crazy.
old as hell now, bro.
It's crazy.
I'm still on kid zero. These niggas is like 27 with like 3 kids. I'm like, God damn.
Nah.
Oh, word.
Nah, but like, yo, shout out to the youth. Yo,
Word.
for all the creatives out there, it's important when you acquire a new skill, and if you're able to teach it, share that, man. Like, yo, like it's very fulfilling to teach something to somebody and then to see that process executed. Like, I encourage that for all creatives. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Start a little LLC if you do hair, wigs and all that. Start a little after school program showing girls how to sew wig. Yo, bro, listen, not everybody's gonna play sports, bro. Like, not everybody like shooting threes, dunking on niggas. Not everybody gonna be 16 and 6'4" at 13. Like, you know what I mean? Like not everybody could run a 4-1 in 2 seconds. Like, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's the fact. That's
So,
the
like, you know what I mean? It's a great thing that we're finding a way to keep art in schools. Keep art in schools. Go, wait, that might be the next shirt. Keep art in schools. That might be the next shirt. We definitely need that.
Bro,
Keep
get
art
on to that. Comment that below.
Keep art in school. Hashtag keep art in schools. But like, yeah, that was that. Shout out to the Bronx Film Initiative, man. Beautiful program. Christina Richardson. She's the founder and the facilitator of the program. Christina Richardson is a producer of mine. We're also working on a couple of feature films and TV shows that we're...
Yo, what happened to discussion strikes, bro?
Yeah, man.
You know, you're not the fifth person to ask me that, Cutter. like, you know, when discussion strikes, I wouldn't say it's on hiatus, but it's just, when the time is right, it'll come back. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll definitely, yeah, because a lot of people been asking me about when discussion strikes. They was like, yo, bro, I got artists, they want to come up there and talk about their music and shit, this, that, and the third. I know, da, 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 da. So, like, there's a space for it. Like, because, like, I always said, when discussion strikes was like the no jumper for the people who couldn't get on no jumper because they not that lit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And guess what? There was a lot of up and coming artists that are starting to get their buzz now. If I could go back to 2020, a few of them was in my DM like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get on because I saw my man on your show, Charles Benko, and this, that, and the third. So I'm glad to see that they doing what they doing now and all that. And shout out to Trill the Wave. Trill the Wave put me on to
Facts.
a few people too that I reached out to. So without Trill the Wave, I would never got that chance interview. I would have never got a few interviews if it wasn't for Trill. So shout out to my boy Trill the Wave.
Yeah, shout out to Trill. Did I tell you I just saw him like maybe a week or two ago?
Nah, that's my guy, bro. Like, yo, we definitely need to get him on here as like a third.
Oh, yeah. He's a
Hell
soulful
yeah.
nigga.
Yeah, he's like around.
He's around here, yeah.
Yeah, he stay around here.
You don't want to get that girl that I've been seeing on Instagram. I forgot her name, but she's like an up and coming rapper.
Tank Girl?
I'm sorry?
Tank Girl? Like her Instagram name is Tank Girl?
Probably. She looks like she's like
12.
Arab or something like that. She looks like Arab.
Okay.
Like that.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Even Arab or light skin. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Does she have glasses or?
No, she don't got glasses.
Okay.
She don't got glasses. She look like she just like nuts. Like she's crazy. So I would like to meet her.
Yo, bro, like, yo, listen, I think that's the next step in the Sweat the Critique stages. Like, we slide the chair over next to Marshall and we have a guest on the show. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
like, bro, I wanna meet other filmmakers.
We're other filmmakers because we had Sharif up here. Shout out to Sharif.
Yeah.
Yo, that was a good episode. Like, yo, there's a lot of
Great
people who
episode.
still talk about that episode. We had Air Strada up here.
We had Beanon.
B9, shout out to B9 just got his degree in journalism.
Shout out to B.
Master's degree.
Shout out to B.
Shout out to Beanon,
My
man.
boy got a master's degree in journalism. That's dope, bro. Sports journalism, I believe.
Yep.
So shout out to him, bro. Like,
Yo, he need to make his own show, bro.
bro, I'm all for people continuing education, bro. Like, I don't care if it's a certificate program.
Hell yeah, yeah.
Bro, like, cause all that shit, it'll help you in these market, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
cause everything, as Cutter always say, there's three kinds of people. There's a nigga that live in the past. There's a nigga that's living now, and there's a nigga that's looking towards the future.
Yeah, thinking out, man.
So you know me, I'm the nigga living in the past. Fuck that future shit. Nah, but like, you know.
Nah, shout out to all the barber technicians about to get their shit, man.
No kizzy, man. Like, yo, listen. I'll never forget, my cousin told, so back in the day, like my cousin Shareem, man. Shout out to my boy Shareem, my cousin. He in Virginia right now. He a SEAL, big Navy SEAL type shit. Big Navy SEAL type shit.
All right.
So he came up to me one day and was like, yo, bro, they need to be an app like Uber, but for haircuts. Imagine you in a board meeting at like 2, you gotta get a little haircut, get the beard trim. Call the nigga, he got his little bag, he got the tarp where he put it down and stuff like that. Get your hair, he got the portable vacuum. I said, that's kind of fire.
Yeah.
You
That
need
is
like
kinda
a
fire.
shitload of barbers to get together and do that. Because I
Bro,
feel like
that
I've
is
seen something
kinda
like that.
fire, bro.
I know I've seen like a barber van like around 207th Street.
What?
near,
I'm
like,
starting to see those pop up too, like the van and all that. It got like the 6 chairs in it.
Yeah.
Word, bro. Like, yo, listen. One thing about niggas in New York, they gonna find a way to get that money. They will definitely find a way to get that money. They'll get the money first, and then they worry about getting all the permits and shit like that. Cause then you got the bread to get that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to the niggas that's doing that gay for pay shit too, man. Shout out to salute y'all niggas, man.
On another note, and he just fucked up my segue because I was about to say America's about that hustle.
I mean, that's a hustle. That's an American
That's
hustle.
awesome, bro. That's the
That's a
oldest
very-
hustle. That's the oldest hustle in history, bro.
That's a very American hustle.
But we're not talking about that kind of hustle, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know where Cutter be coming from. Yo,
just
it
talking
seems
about
like
money.
y'all just switch from week to week. One minute is you with the weird shit, next minute is Cutter with the weird shit. I haven't said no weird shit yet on this show. I think I'm the only sane nigga on here. Cutter freaky ass nigga, man. Gay for pay. Like, where did that come from? Chat. Right? Hashtag where did that come from, bro? He's bugging.
Hashtag this is America. And that's when Donald Glover comes out doing the shoot dance. This is America.
Oh, shit, though. So before my segue got fucked up, yeah. We were just talking about the hustle, getting to the bag, and there's no other country in the world that gets to the bag like America.
Hell yeah.
Whether we doing it the corporate route, we in the streets jugging and finessing. I don't condone it.
Or
Or you gotta rob a couple motherfuckers, we not condoning that shit.
Yo.
But you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta get it how you gotta get it sometimes.
Ain't nothing like robbing grandma and grandpa.
Damn.
They gotta get
y'all
smacked
niggas
with the
is on
gun.
some Shit, this
Yeah.
Sunday, bro. I don't know what's going on,
Yo,
but I'm just getting into these episodes. I'm gonna get into this topic. America is a great place. It is. No matter how you flip it, sometimes like, yeah, we have our hangups. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like we're like the son. He's the good son. He helps out around the house, but like he's also 45 and need to move the fuck out. That's us. We're reliable, but sometimes we eat and drink up all the shit in the refrigerator and don't pay for shit. That's us. That's America in a nutshell. But there's a good side to America, and I got 30 movies that make America look good. 30 of these timeless classics that make us look extraordinary. 30 movies that make you go, you know what? I want to get a plane ticket a one way, and I want to experience this shit firsthand. A lot of it is fake, but hey, it still makes us look good.
Oh yeah.
Because we are the epitome of faking it till we make it.
Exactly.
So with that
Gon'
note,
fake it.
I mean, the whole
We
world
gon'
copy us when
fake
it comes
it.
to film.
We gon' fake
Word.
it. We gon' fake it. We
We
gon'
gon'
fake
fake
it.
it.
We
We
gon'
gon'
fake
fake
it.
it.
We gon' fake it. We
no,
gon'
fuck that real shit.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Good remix. Yeah, I like that.
Appreciate that,
Lil
bro.
Weezy. Holy shit. Swiss motherfucking beats over here. Yeah. Like,
We gotta put that on a t-shirt.
word. Okay. First movie that makes America look good. It wouldn't be a list of American films if we didn't talk about patriotism, being patriotic. And what character is more patriotic than Captain America? Captain America, the first Avenger. Come on. Come on. Like, Cutter, Captain America.
Was
Obvious.
anybody else Captain America other than Chris Evans? Or Chris Evans was the first Captain America?
No, there's other people, but sadly, they don't really matter.
It don't matter.
It kind of fucked up.
Is there anybody else other than Chris Evans that you know? Or no?
No, nobody that I would know.
Do we have legendary voice actors?
For Captain America,
No.
Damn.
He didn't get to that iconic pillar.
Until the MCU.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, so Captain America, kid from Brooklyn. Shout out to all my Brooklyn niggas. Small and scrawny, wanted to be all he can be. That nigga enlisted. The big niggas, the shield niggas, Tony Pops in them, and Tommy Lee Jones, his old ass was in that movie. Everybody forget his old ass was in that shit.
That's true.
He was like, hey, scrawny nigga, I see something in you. Like, you know what I mean? Come fuck with your boy.
Facts.
Then the next thing you know, he got in this big ass tablet, they juiced him up, and the next thing you know, that shorty panties started dripping, cause that nigga, the shit opened up, he had the 6-pack and the big arms, bro.
I was gonna say the whole thing with him jumping on the grenade, even though it was a dummy grenade, was definitely like an iconic moment just to test their spirits.
Word.
Or when he pulled the thing out of the flagpole and dropped it,
Word, cause he used his brain.
everybody else was over here trying to climb and she's like, nah, I'm gonna do something better.
Right. You're 100% right. And then he sacrificed himself and and then he put himself on ice.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
He was the first iced out nigga.
Bro, man.
Americans were the first iced out niggas.
Yo, big brr. Like, bro, like, he was bird out. Like, you know what I mean? He did his shit for the country. And then 75 years later, black nigga pulled up on him, eye patch. Hey, blood, you want to join our team? And the rest is history.
Hey, cuz.
Yes.
Hey, yo, my nigga, man, like, yo, you think you the only one? There's some other niggas flying around here too doing all kinds of superpower shit. Come fuck with your boy. Come on, man.
Yeah.
The first Avenger. So, are we going around or I'm just running through this list?
No. Go do one more. Do one more.
Oh, another American movie keeping it in the whole be all you can be kind of thing. Come on, Top Gun?
Hell
Top
yeah.
Gun.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on, fighter jets, Ray-Bans, danger zones. Fucking Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer, nigga.
It don't get more American than that.
It don't get no more American than Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer. R.I.P. to Val Kilmer. In the same movie? My nigga, come on. Everybody wanted a pair of Ray-Bans because of Top Gun. In the soundtrack, them white niggas was singing the fuck out.
Through the danger zone.
Hell yeah, man. One thing about them white rock songs, they get you pumped, like, yeah.
Highway through the danger zone.
Danger zone, bro. Son, it don't get no more American than Tom Cruise. Some might argue that Tom Cruise is the greatest American action star that ever lived.
Tom Cruise is
Tom
America.
Cruise, yeah, Tom Cruise definitely up there. Tom Cruise up there. But when I think of America, I think of John Wayne.
Yeah,
John Wayne is
yeah.
like Ronald Reagan, a fucking movie, anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Word.
Absolutely.
like Especially like even my father, like he looks up to John Wayne. Like anybody who wanted to be like a fucking cowboy, like one of those
Facts.
American cowboy people, it was always John Wayne.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Always John
so
Wayne.
those are my two right now. Long and easy.
I got you. Shout out to Kenny Loggins because he's the one that made Danger Zone. I occasionally listen to it. My film is Independence Day.
Fuck, that's on my list. That was next on my list. Son of a bitch.
Because it's just like, that's one of those crises that people are universally, no pun intended, just gonna all agree on, like, we don't want this shit to be the same way. And you see all these, like, super amazing set pieces get blown up.
Right.
There were practical effects, not like special effects on a computer. These weren't CGI. And I think Michael Bay made that.
I believe so.
And that was back when, like, he was a force to be, like, reckoned with, to be taken seriously. He was really good with his epics.
And no lie, and when you can't afford Tom Cruise, you get the next best American thing. It's a shade darker. It's Will Smith.
Hell yeah.
Like if you can't afford Tom
Hell
Cruise,
yeah.
you can't go wrong with Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
You can get your vanilla your vanilla Will Smith or your chocolate Tom Cruise. Pause.
Like, like it doesn't get more American than Welcome to Earth.
And we can't forget about one of mine is Armageddon with Bruce Willis.
Oh
Bro.
yeah.
Armageddon with Bruce Willis.
Bro, Armageddon. There's nothing more American than an alien invasion.
Yep.
I feel like, bro, where the aliens at, bro?
Well, just something having to do with, like, I guess, space attacking us. Something from outer space presenting some dangers, always in a...
Word, bro, if y'all watching this and y'all out there watching this on some satellite third-party shit, pop on us, bro. Like, what's up, bro? Like,
Word. We will King Von your shit, nigga. Niggas will smoke you and your moms and all your dead mans type shit.
nah, I'm fucking with the aliens. I'm not even gonna front y'all. I'm a suicidal American, niggas. I'm fucking with the aliens.
No,
I'm
it's,
fucking with the aliens.
I just like the fact, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy how every other country is still trying to imitate American film. You know what I'm saying?
American anything.
Yeah. I wouldn't say American anything because, other countries got it. Like, when it comes to fashion, like, Japanese, like, they got anime, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially cartoons, they got it.
Bro, I can't even front when it come down to that cell phone shit, bro. Them Japanese niggas is like, y'all niggas just now on 5G, nigga, man. Like, we had 5G in 1995, nigga.
Taiwan with the chips and stuff like that.
Word, bro.
I think the most powerful chips come from Taiwan.
Bro.
But when it comes to America media and film, we got it.
Yeah,
We got it.
Facts.
100% we got it.
Exactly.
facts.
Like the only thing we probably don't got is probably like soccer or some shit like that. But every other sport or every other, I'm dead ass. Like every other sport and film, like we got it, bro. Like we got it. Shit, Ronaldo played for the Miami, for the national team now, for the American national team.
You have to remember though, Akira Kurosawa, the almighty director, the guy way leagues beyond Kubrick, he influenced America in terms of like how we changed our westerns. You know, there wouldn't be like the resurgence of cowboy movies if they weren't imitating samurai films.
That is very true.
I feel you.
And then those turned into superhero movies and Star Wars.
I wouldn't say he Levi Stanley Kubrick though. I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say Akira Kurosawa wouldn't do that?
Nah, I think Stanley Kubrick is probably top 3 best directors ever.
In cinema history, like,
It's not. I don't even think it's. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should watch some more his movies. I'll watch some more of his
You
movies.
need to.
But Stanley Kubrick, I don't know.
Now, to go back to what Marshall was saying, excuse me, used his government name, Long Measy was saying, I won't even lie. Them samurai movies and stuff like that influenced, like, everything, bro.
Yeah.
Like, everything action-wise. So, like, I could definitely see what you're saying. But also to agree with Cutter, like there's like, it would be criminal not to put Stanley Kubrick is like in a league of his own, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like he can't. I mean, like you really can't like. I mean, he took influences and stuff like that, obviously, because like that's what art is. Like you see something, oh, I'm gonna take bits and pieces of it, but to take bits and pieces of something that flip it completely into your own shit, like and like redefine it. Like think about it like this: there were zombie films long before Night of the Living Dead came out.
Yeah.
But George Romero took that
Yeah.
and flipped it into everything that what we know now. Like the zombie we know now, the last 50 years of zombie cinema is George A. Romero. Like everybody pays homages obviously to the white zombie, the shit that came out in the 1930s and the 20s and shit.
Yeah.
Cool. But George A. Romero is the definitive. So like Stanley, like your man's, he might have laid the blueprint down, but fucking Kubrick, that nigga just in a different bag.
Yeah,
Bro.
it's like it's
Yo, bro, I wouldn't even put and there's a lot of niggas that can arguably be up there with Kubrick, like Scorsese, Spielberg.
Scorsese talks about Kubrick. Like Scorsese is influenced by Kubrick.
No shit.
Like,
No shit.
I think the only person that could probably be like on his own plateau and stuff like that, like if it's Stanley Kubrick and he's right here, I would probably say like Alfred, like
Hitchcock. I mean, Hitchcock is very well profound and obviously influential, especially when it comes to editing and being able to summon suspense. But like, I don't know any other director that literally said, we're going to change the flow of a river, a natural body of water, so it can flow in a different direction just to make sure the scene like films cinematically properly. This nigga has everything so coordinated and well orchestrated. Kubrick could do that, but it's just like it's way more meticulous and it's still just as effective. So it's just like that's why I say Akira's right here and Kubrick is like right there. Because there's a different level of meticulousness that still is there and it's present. And again, Kubrick did not influence Star Wars to get made. He didn't influence cowboy movies to get made. He didn't influence superhero movies to get made. All these things came from Akira Kurosawa.
You didn't think not Star Wars?
No, Kubrick was not
Not
influenced.
Star Wars, but space movies.
No, I know
Space
he influenced.
movies, space movies, of course.
Yeah, but it's not.
Look at Interstellar. Look at that scene as he's going through the thing. Come on, that was 100%.
No, that's definitely
2001 Space
Kubrick,
Odyssey,
but like Star Wars, you have to remember, is also a space opera. And like what Kurosawa does is very operatic.
Okay.
I wouldn't say Kubrick is like an operatic kind of guy.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
That means that there's a certain extra layer of complexity that goes into how his filmmaking is. And this is not to discredit Kubrick because he's still like the GOAT to me, but it's just like I try to watch both and I see there's a very big difference in terms of how much you invest into your craft.
I see what Marshall was saying too. Why the fuck I keep calling this nigga Marshall? This nigga got a mask on. Longma is saying, like, you know what I mean? But like, yo, bro, I'll be a bad sidekick if we were superheroes. Marshall, get that nigga. What the fuck you say my name for, nigga?
Get my whole family kidnapped just because you said it out loud.
Hell yeah. Nah, but
I got another one. I feel like it's a great representation of that time in I guess like the early 80s or 90s of like this American teenage life, and that's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club,
Breakfast Club is a good representation of that time in America.
And just to be an American teenager.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
I think that was like a good,
that's an excellent
good
one,
representation.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that might have been that director's one of his best films.
Yeah, John Hughes.
Yeah, John Hughes.
And I'll be honest with you, I didn't really like Breakfast Club. However, it's a classic. I can admit that it's a classic.
I like The Breakfast Club better than I like his other films. They're just kind of off tone wise. Like, Home Alone was tolerable, but Weird Science is all over the place, obviously.
Weird Science is my shit. I can't even front, bro. Weird Science is fire, bro.
I feel like I've seen 16 Candles, but I can't remember.
I had the DVD, but I never watched it.
So, it's back on me, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And another film that just shows what it is to be an American is becoming one. And what better way than two Africans coming to America? Bro, they wasn't going to Russia. They wasn't going to China. They was coming to America. What better way to show love to America than to coming to America? And guess what? They were so naive about the American infrastructure and what it is to be America. They thought that they was going to find their queen
in America.
In Queens.
Actually,
they don't get more American than that, bro.
I would love to see like a parallel universe version of that where it's called Coming to the Soviet Union.
Oh my God, bro.
No, it's true, because like that would be like the total exact opposite, but still interesting comedy.
They would go to Russia.
Yeah.
And become a fucking slave. Put that nigga in slavery.
Yo, that whole barbershop conversation, that'd be crazy. You ain't run into no Adolf Hitler. I did run into Adolf Hitler.
Nah, it's just though I love movies like that, especially because like New York, of course. Like New York is iconic when it comes to film.
Yeah.
And like any New York, like to be honest with you, any New York film in that time was like just like amazing. Like just like the scenery, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like even Trading Places. What else? Well, this is a show, Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
I know a lot of people came to New York because they saw Sex and the City.
Yeah.
And they wanted that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
So.
And just to piggyback off what you're saying, just looking at something and being like, yo, I want to be a part of that. You know what film has a great montage of New York City and just people being people? The first 2 minutes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's that, and then you just see people in New York. It's the 80s. People eating pizza, hot dog stands and shit. It's just like the Twin Towers. You like, bro, this was New York, my nigga. That shit fire, bro.
Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Saturday Night Fever. Hell yeah, like that just iconic scene, John Travolta just walking down with some pizza, bro, like that.
Word.
Yo, like you could like if a nigga from a different country, like let's say you from Africa, you watching that shit, I know you hype, like you want to come to, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to come to America, like.
Yo, my nigga, that's America, man.
Yeah, that's America, bro. Or like even I say like Beverly Hills Cop, you know what I'm saying? Like
no,
even,
facts,
even that, like you say LA, like this is LA, you know what I'm saying? You walking down the street, like. And then like Eddie Murphy just, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Murphy at the time, he was like the height of the, like he was like the biggest, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like America we got the biggest comedian. Like when it comes to media and like just everything, when it comes to that, like we're like the biggest, bro.
You know what? You said something about a black Tom Cruise earlier, and that just sparked something in my mind. Had Eddie Murphy continued down the action star route, he would have been the closest thing to a black Tom Cruise.
Probably.
That's true.
I could definitely see an alternate timeline where like Eddie Murphy's like 65 jumping off that building and all that and explosion and shit.
I can see a lot of dudes. I can see a lot of dudes doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like even like.
I can see him be like, what's the password?
A lot of them. Damon Wayans. I can see
Damon
Oh, yeah,
Wayans,
yeah.
I can see
Saget.
Damon Wayans being like a huge action star. I don't know why he didn't take it serious.
Not, bro, like America, man. It's just something about America when like you look through that lens, you just see us just being American. Like you see like niggas out there, 3 Card Monty, niggas on 42nd Street. I love to watch films where like it's old 42nd Street, niggas in mink coats and shit. You like, nigga, this was New York, son.
Yeah,
Niggas
yeah.
got dirty nostrils.
Because we make the best. I think we make the best story. We have the best stories. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Right,
it comes to like movies,
definitely.
like we're great at storytelling.
1000%, I agree
You know what
with
I'm
you on
saying?
that.
So it's like, and then like when I went to film school and I started looking at I started looking like French films, or I started looking at like Japanese, like you know what I'm saying? Like I was like, wow, they're really good, like technically. You know what I'm saying? It was this dude on YouTube. His name was Mystery Guitar Man, and I think he was like Hispanic or whatever. But like that was the first time me seeing like someone that's really good with special effects. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen that before. Like this dude has a regular YouTube and he's making this is like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like so like or seeing like Freddie. It was other dude. Shout out to Freddie Wong. I think his name was Freddie Wong, and
Yeah.
he used to be the action guy. Like to the point where he got so big to the point where he had like Peele. He had Jordan Peele. They did like a thing together. He had someone else. He had someone else like another action star and stuff like that. But like
Wow.
yeah, so
America. Oh,
Fuck yeah. Oh, we should have did the what's the puppet movie the South Park niggas made? Team America.
Team America, bro.
I forgot to put that on my
Wait,
list.
hold on, Cutter. You also forgot one of the most popular teenage films of all time. It don't get no more American than American Pie. My
oh
nigga.
yeah, American Pie.
American
Yeah, hell
Pie, bro. So, I wanted to
American-
be in high school so bad at that time, bro.
American
Like,
Pie. Yeah.
son, the music, the girls was fire, like natural fire Jones.
Shit, that made me interesting because you know what I'm saying. Growing up in New York, you don't have lockers in the fucking in
Word,
the hallways.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you don't got shit like that. So like that shit made me like curious of like wanted to be in that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Or watch a Disney movie. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
So you can imagine like a person from a different country, they watching, they looking at that and it's like, wow, like you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I think the most fantasized world that anybody has ever dreamed about is the suburbs of the American culture.
Hell yeah. Yes.
Bro, to wake up Saturday morning, yo mom, I'm be back, I'm about to ride your bike by
With Justin.
Bird.
Yeah.
All right, son, be back by 12. And then you ride up on your bike and shit.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Mr. Lucas. Hi, Titus. Like, you know what I mean?
The reality sets in. And you get like 50 gunshots.
Word. No, cutter.
I did, yo, I was outside in Brownhill, bro. We was playing Skelly. Yo, bro, I swear to God, you heard about 50 gunshots, bro. We was like, what's going on, bro?
And then the reality sets in, a roach drop on your head. You're like, the American suburbs.
Yo,
And then you look around, you're like, oh, fuck the PJs.
PJ.
That's why we're all striving as hard as we are right now.
Yeah.
Like, to provide a life for our children. Because, like, yo, let's be honest. As my grandmother liked to say, that we're going up the hill. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, the best thing we could do is to provide that life for our kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. Do this for Titus's kids.
I do the shit for my kids, nigga. I always wanted to say that. Shout out to Freeway. Do the shit for my kids, nigga. All right. And I'm gonna do one more American film that makes America look good. One more movie then. Oh. Apollo 13.
Oh, Apollo 13.
Yeah.
Apollo 13. Apollo 13. Like, you know what I mean? Ron Howard. You know what? we got to give Ron Howard his flowers, bro. Because like now, if there's another director that we could probably put like on a plateau of his own, I think he's one of the best actor turned directors.
Oh yeah.
I'll even say this. And
Ron Howard?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I
absolutely.
might even, this might even sound crazy. Chat, don't violate me. He might be a better actor turned director than Clint.
Clint Eastwood?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn right. Hell yeah.
Like Clint is cool, but like Ron, I think
Ron.
at least gives you a little bit more of a roundedness. Clint
Right.
just gives you a lot of time spent with Clint, and Clint
Word.
is just
I just hope he wasn't a
angry.
racist. I mean, I don't know Ron Howard like that. Hopefully he wasn't a racist.
Did you see Gran Tarantino or whatever that car
Oh,
movie?
Gran Torino?
Yeah,
Hell
Gran
yeah, I
Torino.
saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Clint Eastwood is a racist. That nigga, Clint Eastwood and Mel Gibson are the same people. No one say shit about it. They the same niggas, bro.
I've never seen them two niggas in a room together.
Yo, Mel Gibson is a piece of bro.
And no funny shit. And we're talking about great American actors. At one point, believe it or not, it didn't get no more American than Mel Gibson, bro. Like yo, he was like Braveheart and all this other good shit.
I was gonna say Braveheart. We can't really say Braveheart, but I was gonna say Braveheart.
Lethal Weapon.
Right.
Lethal Weapon. Yep. Lethal Weapon. Yep. He was like the typical white.
He did the
Pete
Patriot
Mel.
though, right?
Huh?
Didn't he also do the Patriot?
Yeah. No. Did he do the Patriot?
I feel like he did the Patriot. I feel like he did another film that was like a period piece that had to do with like American independence.
We got to talk about Kevin Costner, Dances with Wolves.
Oh, God.
yeah.
Kevin Costner, bro.
Kevin Costner. Let me tell you something. Kevin Costner he's like the epitome of white fucking American actor. Like everything he plays in isn't like American.
Bro, Kevin Costner is like a national fucking treasure.
Yes, absolutely.
national treasure.
Absolutely. Like
Bro, and I'll dare say it. If they ever did a Batman Beyond film, old one, bro, old Bruce Wayne has to be Kevin Costner, bro.
I could see that. Told you.
what the fuck?
It's the Patriot with Mel Gibson.
Get a Patriot.
No, I was trying.
Oh, another movie that makes America great. Glory.
Glory?
With fucking Denzel and Morgan Freeman
Yes.
getting their ass whipped.
I mean, he got whipped though, didn't he? He got whipped.
Nigga said your name. They didn't say your name is Toby, but they were beating the fuck out of this nigga, and he was crying. They're like, your name is Boy.
All right, so
what's one more? Forrest Gump.
Oh God,
Forrest
yo,
Gump.
bro, it does that time period, bro, and then to be so naive. He was making American history, didn't even know he was making American history. Like Forrest Gump was a part of some important part of history. Like that's like me flipping the switch one day and all of a sudden I invented something and be like, whoa, I didn't know I did that. Like you know what I mean? Like yo, Forrest Gump, like
Forrest Gump is
the
incredible.
greatest movie villain of all time, Jenny. Jenny was a piece of shit. Jenny was a piece of shit, bro.
Yeah. We got to talk about I'm sorry, what's his name?
Jack Nicholson.
No, not Forrest. He was in Forrest Gump.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Yeah, he's another one. And also, one more. I got another one. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Long and easy. Like you got one more?
I got a few.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
The Last of the Mohicans. If you want to talk about Americans, at least let's start where it starts from. And, you know, this dude was dealing with the adversity of literally the world is against him and his dad and his brother. And he was trying to make sure, like, this lady was safe and, like, nothing bad happened to them because niggas was just ready to off them. And then, you know, the brother dies and he says, I'm the last of the Mohicans. And his father's like, no, I'm the last of the Mohicans. You're half white.
You're a nigger. You're a nigger.
There's the
There's the nigger. Kill him.
This shit is crazy.
Go ahead.
Of course, Hidden Figures, just with pointing out hypocrisy as well as literally finding a way forward through like the rules of the time to change NASA.
Right, Hidden Figures, yes.
And finally, there is Spider-Man, because you have to consider at the time 9/11 just happened, and we all needed something to get us through it. And not to say that it was the same for everybody, because I'm sure there's poor people who were like really devastated. But like at that time, that film came out and made people feel like strong and ready to be at their best or even better.
Shout out to Nickelback too.
And they say that a hero save us. Yo, yo, that's so, bro. It's something about them white rock bands that just.
He killed that. He killed that soundtrack, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He hates Nickelback. That's why.
It's something about white rock music that like just revitalizes your spirit, bro.
That's Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, got a great soundtrack.
Terrible niggas out here.
How could I be? Look what love gave us.
And that's not even Chad. That's fucking the nigga from Saliva. Because that wasn't even like Nickelback. That was just Chad, the nigga from Theory of a Dead Man, a nigga from Saliva. But they all kind of sound the same.
Word.
Especially Theory of a Dead Man. They sound exactly like Nickelback.
Watching us we all fly away. Whoa. And then Spider-Man swing bottom sitting on the roof. Videos in the 2000, bro. It don't get more American than videos in the 2000. Nigga, I watched the most heinous shit in music video history. For those who don't know, there was an R&B artist by the name of Cisco. Cisco had an album called Unleash the Dragon, and the featured single on that song was called Unleash the Dragon. The music video is Cisco in the alley fighting a Timu Godzilla with dance moves, evading his punches and shit. Like, I'm like, bro, it don't get more 2000, it don't get more American than that, bro.
I don't know. When Cisco was in a Thong Song video and he did the front flips over all the women.
Word, it started walking on their hands.
That shit had me weak.
Nigga turned into a giant star, my nigga.
Niggas out here look like a Naruto character.
Cisco was that dude.
Word.
And I just feel like we gotta get a shout out to these guys, and like as far as like white American, well, I'm not gonna say white, but American actors. Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, yes.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas. He has like the most white hood movies ever.
Bro, facts.
Michael Douglas is whiter than you're white.
Did he do American President? Was he an American president?
No.
No, he wasn't. Michael Douglas wasn't an American president?
Let's see.
I think so. I think he was an American president.
American president. Tim Allen, it don't get more American because he's like the greatest American TV dad ever, bro.
Yeah, he was an American president. That was him.
Next to Bob Saget, like, yo, bro, like when you think of TV dads, bro, you think of Bob Saget, Tim Allen.
I think about cocaine when I think about Tim Allen.
Oh my God.
That shit had me weak when he got busted and he said, you know what? This is not the career for me.
Word.
And Charlie Sheen was supposed to be he was supposed to be that guy, you know what I'm saying? But he was supposed to be that guy, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Bro.
He was at his height, he was the highest paid actor in the business, bro. He was supposed to be that dude.
You know what else is American as American? Drugs. Because drugs will fuck up your career, bro. Like,
you know what I'm saying? Charlie Sheen fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Charlie Sheen fucked up.
I could saw a world where like Charlie Sheen was that nigga, bro. Like,
yes, in the 80s.
Of course.
He was that dude, bro. And he was about to be like he became that dude. Like he was like one of the highest paid actors, but he just fucked his career up.
Well, yeah, he was always gonna be on line of being a nepo baby, but still,
I mean, he would have been bigger than his father, right?
no. There's no way
He
Charlie
wasn't
Sheen.
bigger than his father?
No, hell no.
What about Michael Douglas? Was Michael Douglas bigger than Kirk Douglas?
Hell no. Kirk Douglas came out at a very different point in terms of Hollywood. Did Michael Douglas go high? Absolutely. Absolutely. But
That's what I'm saying. He was bigger than him.
I wouldn't say he was bigger than his father, though.
As far as popularity, you think Charlie Sheen wasn't bigger than Martin Sheen?
Well, I would say the idea of celebrity culture changed a lot as well. Because you have to remember, Martin Sheen and Kirk Douglas came up at a very different time period where people were not like in your face with these people. Charlie Sheen definitely was in that realm for it. Michael Douglas, with all the shit that was going on with him, like that stalker, hell yes. I could see where you're coming from with that, but as far as like just talent alone, I wouldn't say they were bigger than that.
No, I'm not saying talent. I'm just saying, when I mean big, I mean popular.
Okay, well, yeah.
You know what? The conversation that you guys just had on Instagram, there was a hip hop A&R by the name of Ray Daniels, and I think 2 weeks ago, he had a topic that just started a war amongst his co-workers, and the comment section went crazy. Who was a bigger rap artist? We're not talking about bars and stuff like that. Who had better stardom at the peak of their career? Jay-Z or Little Bow Wow? Ray Daniels said, at the height of the Bow Wow shit, I gotta go with that, cause like we lived through that. Well, like maybe not so much you, but for me, bro, it was fucking pandemonium when he was who he was at that time, bro.
Well, I think Lil Bow Wow was on radio with Disney.
The thing is, as far as popularity goes, of course it was Little Bow Wow.
Yeah,
Little Bow Wow was a kid
Oh, that's true.
in his stardom. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And then
Jay-Z
like he's
was
aiming
fucking
for
30. He was
Word,
already
like 26 talking about
like
drugs
20
and shit.
He was like 26, 27 years old. So yeah, it's like that's like.
audience is different.
I don't think who's arguing that though.
Not cause like people was like, oh no, Jay-Z's a bigger star than him and stuff.
Now, yeah.
Obviously now.
Now, yeah.
But back in the early 2010,
Hell no.
That nigga Shad Morris had fucking 18-year-old girls passing out when he
Hell
was
no.
14, bro.
Yeah.
He was going triple platinum when he was like 12, bro. That don't even make any sense.
Bro.
Jay-Z just got his first Jay-Z got his first like #1 record in like 2000 with Annie. That Annie sample.
Yeah, the Hard Not Life.
Yeah, that don't even make
I remember seeing that when I
don't
was a
make
kid
sense.
all
Don't
the
make
time.
sense.
Get picked up
Nah,
from
but
school.
like I thought that was like an interesting topic, cause you know what people heard? People heard his name and Jay-Z's name mentioned in the same sentence, and they're automatically associated with bars. He wasn't talking about being a rapper and bars and having bread and all that.
I'll tell you this. After 09, Jay-Z was a bigger artist.
Of course.
Jay-Z was definitely a bigger artist, bro.
I think the worst thing that happened to Bow Wow was this. He turned 16 and his voice changed.
Yeah. he became
Everything
older.
before the voice
Yeah.
changed, nigga.
Bro, that's what happens, bro. It's not not everybody could be Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. Like it just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't happen often.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even name 5 even who would have thought Macaulay Culkin's brother would be the guy?
Word.
That's true.
Now,
His brother
who would have thought
is
that?
definitely a way more. Bro, who would have thought Elizabeth Olsen outshine the Olsen twins? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
That's crazy.
and guess what? There's about 6 other Jacksons, and there's still none of y'all fucking with Michael. Y'all niggas is lazy.
Yo.
Y'all niggas is lazy.
I mean, Janet
Janet.
Jackson. You say Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
Janet Jackson.
yeah,
Janet
yeah,
Jackson's up there. You know what I'm saying?
and Jermaine hating ass try to, how you diss your own brother on a diss record, bro? That's some petty nigga shit, bro.
Oh, of course.
Bro.
And didn't the nigga buy the shit just so he couldn't release it anyway?
Bro, petty niggas. Petty niggas.
Now, Michael Jackson used to do some fucking, I ain't gonna lie. Michael Jackson used to do some, like, now listen to listen to stories and shit like that. Michael Jackson used to do some fucked up shit, bro. They all used to do fucked up shit. Prince, all of them niggas, bro. They all had beef with each other.
Bro.
Like, I just found out, sorry to smell talk, but I just found out Prince had beef with,
Rick James.
With Rick James, yeah.
You just found out about that?
I just found out about that, bro.
Yeah, I remember when I first heard about that, and it's just like, really, Vanity?
I just heard a Mike story today, actually, on Instagram. A motherfucker said they went to, Mike wanted a VIP section at a Prince show, so the nigga Prince came off the stage playing the bass guitar and shit, started going crazy. Michael Jackson face. When the nigga Prince walked away, nigga Mike said, "Fuck is he playing that bass in my face for?" Like,
he set him up. Remember
Yeah,
back when he set him up?
nah, but like, yo, so what's the next topic, gang? Like,
Well, we can talk about our Father's Day film since our last topic was in dedication to Flag Day. And today, being that it is Father's Day, I think we should talk about some films that have to, father-esque themes.
all right, Cardi, you go first.
Yeah, I got one. Well, the first film that like I saw that I was like, wow, like, was The Pursuit of Happiness.
An
That's
amazing movie.
That's the first one I could think of. I remember watching that as a kid, actually.
And crying?
I cried when he was telling his son that there was like dinosaurs or whatever, and he had to go into the bathroom and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit made me cry.
Yo, bro, that's word. Like he had his foot on the door.
Yeah, that shit had me crying, bro. But
bro,
I just felt like that's like a dad. I've never seen a dad like that. Like I've never seen a dad that's like chasing his goals and like. Well, I see it now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Reese and all of them. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
like
shout out to
growing
them.
up,
Yeah.
I never seen a dad like that. I never seen a dad that's like really determined to really get to a better place, and he's just like fighting. He's like strong and shit like that. I've never seen that before. So that was like the first movie to show me that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially like that talk he had with his son, talking about like don't never, you know what I'm saying, give up on your dreams and shit
word,
like that.
man.
Yes.
So like
Word.
that's
The
one
pursuit of happiness, man. Like,
Pursuit of
and
happiness, yeah.
And
What
then,
you did?
nah, like, cause like, you know what, like, I got a dad film too, but like, you know what I mean? No, Marshall, you go first.
You want to
'cause
say some bullshit? You want to say some bullshit? I know you want to say some bullshit. It's hilarious.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yondu is bro.
Yondu is like the dad versus what's his face? I think is it
Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell being like his father, and just like all those themes there, dealing with that and like addressing Thanos
Right.
as Gamora's dad, and just like all these problematic parental figures, but like you still being able to choose who you are regardless of like those circumstances that led you to being the person that you are physically.
Dang, man, like you just brought it to my attention, yo. But like the MCU got some bad fathers, yo. Kevin Feige, what the fuck is going on over there, bro?
That was just Marvel in general.
There are some whole ass niggas over there, bro. Like some whole ass niggas, man. But yo, that was a good one. I like that.
Appreciate that.
All right, and for me, like, you know, like I think when you think of movies about dads, like I remember there was a movie online that was circling around online.
Oh my god.
Not this.
And then, like, you know, like
Oh my
to love a father that much, bro, like
Get away from me, man.
you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not even being framed with you for this.
bro, like before he was the great Hollywood director he is, Ari Aster had a little project. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know when to love my dad that much. I promise you I don't. I don't know when and I'm gonna leave it just like that. Like, you know what I mean? Happy Father's Day.
Nah.
You know what? If I had to see it, y'all gotta see it.
Nigga, don't half-ass it. Commit to
yeah,
it.
go
Commit.
ahead.
Keep going.
You know what? Long reason.
Keep going, cause you brought it up. You dug your grave jumping that bitch.
The movie's called Strange Things About the Johnsons. Like, you know what I mean? And if you got time tonight, watch it. Like, you know, like, and there's a scene that I think, like, as a father, I don't know when I'm gonna be that surprised, especially when I'm in the tub. Like, that's all I gotta say. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't wanna be that surprised when I'm in the tub. Like, you know what I mean? And whatever you do, just don't lock the door and, like, you know what I mean? And
And if I ever get hit by a car, I want my son to react just like how he reacted.
and when I pass away, I want my son to have a conversation with his mom the same way he had a conversation. Bro, like, the amount of love in that movie, bro, like, it's unparalleled. And Ari Aster, you sick son of a bitch, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, at the height of this internet sensation, that was the first movie I seen where it was multiple reaction videos. I've never seen a short movie that had that many reactions like that. And it was just like, even from the first 2 seconds of the film, bro, like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like, Ari
That's
Aster.
a terrible Father's Day film, and I wouldn't recommend that for Father's Day.
There's father themes to it.
Yeah, but I was just trolling. But
Oh, no.
nah, take your time to go watch it. But for a good Father's Day film, Father of the Bride.
Oh yeah, that's oh my God.
Father of the Bride. Great
Oh,
movie.
my God.
Yeah.
Steve
Great
Martin.
movie.
Steve
Great
Martin.
movie. Great movie.
And guess what? It don't get
Yeah.
more American than Steve Martin.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Yo, no lie. Now that I think about it, Steve Martin had white hair my entire life. I've never seen him blonde hair, no nothing. Like, he always had like that
Yeah.
white gray hair shit, bro.
It's iconic though.
Word it is.
Yeah. It's just like the American flag is Steve Martin's
I gotta
white
put
scalp.
this in here. Shout out to Tyler Perry. He made a great father film called Daddy's Little Girl.
Yeah.
For his first time seeing Idris Elba in a
That's-
film.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't see The Wire, of course, at that time.
Word.
That's the first film I ever saw Idris Elba, and he was like fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So
And then you found out he was British, and like, that's how I know he's amazing.
yeah, when I found out he was, I was like, wow, like you know what I'm saying? But I was like 13, you know what I'm saying? So finding it, you know.
And then you listen to his music, and you're like, never mind.
But that was a really good film. Just seeing him like, it just made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. He was just such a, like, he was determined. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was
right.
like he had like a very determined role as a father, and he protected his girls as much as he can. I like seeing that. So.
Of course.
You know what? Like, being that none of us are fathers, but we can all attest that we've all seen men go above and beyond for their families, their children, their wives.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, like, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the fathers from Ultimate Class to Sweat the Critique. Happy Father's Day. I know we joke around on the show a lot, but we definitely want to show appreciation to the men. And guess what, too? I'm going to say it, too. Don't let the internet, like, fuck it up and talk all crazy shit. Shout out to the stepfathers, too, bro, because it takes a lot, bro. So, like, we want to show love to the stepdads, too, man. Like, you know what I mean? So, don't let the small portion of the internet, oh, don't marry no, bro, listen. You like who you like, sometimes they got kids. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to the stepdads, shout out to the biological dads, shout out to the father figures, shout out to the uncles that stepped up to be father-like figures. Bro, shout out to all the men today, man. Happy Father's Day, man. From Ultimate Classes with the Critique.
Happy Father's Day, B.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, dead ass, my niggas.
Oh, shit. Holy shit. We talked about Father's Day and not talk about the father of all fathers, Darth Vader. No funny shit, though.
He is the father, but it's just like, that's one of those other circumstances, things I was talking about earlier, where like you become who you become, and you find out where your roots come from, and you see how different you are.
Word.
And like what Luke had to go through on his journey to understanding his family is like a great thing, but like
It's also kind of fucked up.
yeah, and his father was a piece of shit. His father was genuinely a piece of shit.
And then Adam Sandler basically got one of my favorite father films.
Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania.
No, Big Daddy.
I knew you were gonna say Big Daddy, where he's
Big
peeing
Daddy.
on the hotel door.
Word.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite like father films too.
I got that.
He did it in such like in his way. You know what I'm
Word.
saying? Like
Yeah.
Adam Sandler got such a and people sleep on Adam Sandler movies. I don't know why, because he got such like a unique comedian perspective. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like,
1000%.
and it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, and it's funny because I don't think a lot of people can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was other people, it would be fucking terrible. But the way he does it is like hilarious.
Yeah. You had that.
Even though we talked about the best dads and all the good shit, let's talk about the worst dad. I think the worst dad in TV history, Frank Mitchell from Alicia. That nigga Frank, bad haircut, hated on Mo, lied to Dorian, piece of shit. Piece of shit. Frank Mitchell? Oh my God, bro. Doodle ass nigga. Bad haircut, bad fits, bad parental.
I gotta say Goku. Goku's a terrible fucking dad.
He's the worst.
Goku's a terrible dad, bro.
He's like, I have kids?
Vegeta's a better dad. He was the fucking villain at one time.
Piccolo was
Piccolo was a better
dad.
He's a better dad, and he can't even be like that kind of dad. Piccolo doesn't have a penis. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so fuck you, Frank. Fuck you, Frank, and that badass haircut from Alicia.
Don Draper from Mad Men, he's a terrible dad. He's a terrible dad.
Obviously, whoever the father's supposed to be in Precious is the worst.
Yeah, I mean, it's the 50s too, so it's like.
And my second best dad, I just give you a bad dad. He is a dad, but technically like a stepdad, mentor. Batman, bro. Batman, bro. Like, listen, you mean to tell me I get to live in this big ass mansion, fight crime with you, 2 o'clock in the morning? It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm 12 years old and Mr. Freeze on my ass. So what? I get to deal with you, bro.
Yes, traffic children for being vigilantes.
Nah, but when you think about it, you know who's a terrible dad too? That nigga Charles Xavier. That nigga Xavier. Bro, imagine sending your kid to a school thinking they're gonna get help for this thing, this mutation. This nigga goes, all right, well, make sure your kids is gonna be good. You go away as soon as the door closed. Try the suit on. You're next man now. Go fight the juggernaut.
Or put on your BDSM outfit
Word.
and learn how to fight. That's your school. I have, what else do I have? I have A Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale is a great father's film. Absolutely.
Because it's just like, you want the best for your kid, and he was there, attentive the entire time, but, when you're a teenager, especially a teenage boy, you just think you know everything and you're immortal. You just go out and do whatever the fuck you want, as if, like, consequences aren't there. But at least, like, you had that understanding that he was trying to look out for his son as best as he can. And I think Robert De Niro made that movie specifically in dedication to his father, who just passed away when it came out. And, Robert De Niro's father is like the exact opposite of whom you'd think he'd be. I think, was he like a gay painter who wasn't like successful?
I don't know, but he's very different from his father, definitely. I think we're all different from I know I'm very different from my dad, and well, Only one thing makes us different, but like, you know what I mean? Like we both was into film, both were screenwriters, but an unfortunate situation led my father down the wrong path that he couldn't finish and pursue his film career. So I could probably say that I've definitely surpassed my father in his journey into being a filmmaker. So, but yeah, outside of one little thing, but yeah.
Definitely different than my pops. But yeah, we forgot about Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nigga,
That's true.
a father loved his kid so much that he became a lady, my nigga.
That's crazy.
That's right. Aerosmith was just like right there. Dude looks like a lady.
Bro, that white rock music, bro, that it just grabs your soul, bro. Like
That's like the only song I know from them that I like. I was having a debate with Beatrice about them. I'm like, do people really listen to Aerosmith? And she's like, before they got popular, yeah.
yeah, like yo, I
I
remember.
only know the name. I've never listened to a single Aerosmith song.
They're all right. They're all right. I won't send you the one that they did with Run DMC because,
Yeah, don't send me.
What? Walk this way.
yeah.
Oh, rest in peace to Brian Wilson. I know.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace to Brian
Wilson, the best Beach Boy.
If you want to see a nice biopic,
Yo, his biopic with John Cusack and the other dude, that was
yeah.
fucking fantastic. I went to the theater to see that with my.
you saw that?
Yes, I did.
I love that movie.
That was the first time I seen that actor. I forgot his name, but he plays the Riddler. In
Oh,
that
the
new
younger.
Batman. Yeah, he plays the Riddler in the Batman.
Yeah, the
When
younger
he was
Brian
younger,
Wilson.
He played Brian Wilson as a younger person. It's pretty good.
In my room, in my room.
Yo, fathers, man.
Yeah, shout out to
Shout out to the fathers, bro.
Word. A Place Beyond the Pines, or The Place Beyond the Pines, with Bradley Cooper and Ryan.
Gosling.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling. That was fucking fantastic. The fact that like their paths were just interconnected like that,
Yeah.
and there was that idea of like the sins of the father passed on to the son, and this.
That's why you always gotta strive to be the best dad you can be, bro. Cause like the sins of the father thing is very, very real, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like yo, and guess what? That bad karma that you think that you got away with can easily be passed down to your kid, bro.
Exactly.
So
And speaking of that, what might count as a father's theme in that sense is the Nightmare on Elm Street series. Because that's very much about the sins of the father passing on to the children, as well as like a response to Ronald Reagan and shit like that. But it's always about these pre-generational ideas of what's good and righteous and them not working out later on while having this figure over you that's supposed to be.
that's a very introspective perspective, Long Easy. I never looked at A Nightmare on Elm Street in that way. The sins of the parent.
Yo, this is why, you know what I'm saying? You should get paid the big bucks.
Word, yo, you know what I mean? This is why we're sweating the critiques of my fellow film critiquer.
Yeah, we gotta sweat it so we can get wet.
This nigga always, bro, I swear, I be trying to have legit moments and you two niggas just like, fuck it.
Chat, we need to get like a foam board behind us that's like has styrofoam on it, so when everybody says something out of pocket, we just throw some shit at them like, be quiet.
You gotta sweat it out.
See, I'm about to throw my shoe at you the way the nigga threw the shoe at George Bush. Remember that shit? Nigga said.
Yo,
I'm
got some
excited
reflexes,
for the
bro.
next topic, man, because I don't think I ever heard y'all story.
Oh,
I mean, I'm almost done. I got
Okay.
two more. The Godfather series, obviously.
Oh, you know what's crazy? The Godfather's on the thumbnail.
Exactly.
The Godfather.
It's like it's already in the title, and like most, if not the entire film, is about family of sort.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, absolutely.
Now, there's like deep complications with their specific family, obviously, but there's a lot of just paternal understandings and maneuverings through life, whether they be morally gray or just straight up bad.
Yeah.
But you know, they're
It's not just a great father film. It's a great family movie if you really think about it.
Yeah, it's a family
Absolutely.
movie.
You know what I'm
but,
saying? Like it's a
definitely.
great family movie. And like I think every family, unless you're the only kid, like you have like a like for instance like a tough older brother,
yeah,
a strategic middle brother, you know what I'm saying, or younger
And a
brother.
badass little brother who
Yeah,
just
and another brother that's just like evil or like just stupid or like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so it's just like, it's just like your typical family in a sense, you know what I'm saying? But like they're mobsters, ironically,
exactly.
So,
And for my final film is Moonlight.
I never seen it.
You didn't see it?
Moonlight is a good movie, and it's like he definitely told him like just to be the best version of yourself and don't allow nobody to play with you type shit.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, his son was gay, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not really his son, but like it was Mahershala Ali just was
Being
the
like a
father
figure,
figure
word.
to him. And that was like the one good person in his life as he was growing older.
Right. Oh, and I got one more. And it's not so much, it was the father's actions that just created this situation. Superman.
Yep.
Jor-El, Krypton is about to explode, and within like the last minutes, he gives that amazing speech to his son Kal-El, like the father becomes the son, and the son becomes the father, and stuff like that. I'm sending you to go be great, be a symbol of hope and stuff like that. Like be kind, be gracious and shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So like Jor-El is definitely like top 5 greatest cinema dads ever, bro.
It's interesting you mentioned that because I was talking to Gerald Brown, the guy who wrote Juice,
Yeah.
and he was talking about how difficult it is to write Superman. And I asked him about like, do you watch the other versions of like people's evil version of like Superman or some Moses like reference? And I just thought about it like Moses, because Superman basically is just a Moses story, but like they never really get into that aspect of his life. He obviously just he grows up with the Egyptians, but like you know the mom finds him, and I think that was kind of it.
Yeah.
To think about Superman's dad, though, Jor-El, it's an interesting, like, extra dynamic, don't you think?
It is cause like Jor-El was a great man on his planet. Like he was a man of hope. He was a man of peace. So to continue that and pass that and instill that within like cause you got to remember Jor-El didn't raise his son. So like you know what I mean. So just to have that brief second and like speaking that kind of life into your son, knowing that you're never going to physically see him again, like it's crazy.
That's true.
It's almost
So
like
he never saw his dad. His dad died.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, he died basically as soon as he sent that message.
Yeah.
Damn.
Word. So like, and then to
But he wasn't super. He wasn't invincible. Like he didn't have superpowers or anything.
I mean, like they did, like
Eventually, but he wouldn't have powers on his own planet.
Oh, okay.
He would have just been a regular ass Kryptonian, and then like he was a baby when that shit happened, so he wouldn't have understood anything going on.
So how did Superman get his powers?
He gets them from the sun,
he gets it
but
from the sun. So like he's already like a superpowered being, but our sun's atmosphere activates it.
Oh, wow.
So and then to have your father instill that into you, and then have an earthly father keep that in you.
yeah,
It's crazy, like you know what I mean, like like shout out to Jor-El and John Kent, man. Like
Shout out to Bow Wow. Bow Wow was in Smallville.
he was. Shout out to Bow Weezy. I remember that episode too. Smallville was my shit.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows I hate Superman, and And I will share something with y'all that I was privileged last week to see two of the biggest superhero movies last week.
The little Bow Wow movie?
No, Superman and the Fantastic Four First Steps. But I will wait.
Wow.
I will wait until not like believe it or not, Superman is fire. Like you know what I mean? I will say that, but I'm not gonna go into details why it's fire.
It comes out next month.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So let's get into it.
Hey, yo.
All right, bet. So who gonna go first on there? On how do we get here? This segment is called "How Did We Get Here."
Yes.
One could go first.
Okay. Well, to explain the segment, I had recommended we talk about the reasons why we got into filmmaking altogether. And for me, I started out my childhood just drawing a lot. And
They made a line already. They made a line already.
and I would make a lot of flip books as well eventually after drawing comics. I love to read Calvin and Hobbes comics. And me and my friend would always just draw comics where we'd make our characters fight each other. And it was like nothing emotionally heavy. It was just stupid comedic shit to do. And we just kept doing that over and over again. And I think I was decent. I had like a mix of like the anime style and this American style, but I suck at 3-point perspective. And 3-point perspective, for those of you who don't know, is what allows the dimensions of a background to, look like it's there and it
Yeah.
makes sense to according to the size of the characters. My shits would be all over the place, and
Shout out to Miss Shannon. That was my art teacher. She kind of taught. That's the only thing I remember was like 3-dimensional, how to draw 3-dimensional, like cities and shit like that.
yeah. And I would still do it because, like, I have plenty of ideas that, if I wasn't trying to translate them to film, I would just put them out as, I guess, graphic novels of sorts and just be doing that. Or I even thought about designing, like, occasion cards, like, how Hallmark has their cards. Me and my friends, well, at least me, I would draw like birthday cards and all types of cards and just write like poems on them and be like, here, do a little occasion verse for whomever and like let that be the thing. But honestly, if I had the patience and the understanding how to do 3-point perspective, I would have been maybe doing animation, if anything. But, I fell in love with photography and I got better with my storytelling and creating like emotional depth and conflict. But, I want to try something different, and film is a very different thing. You can do some stuff that you can draw, but like, honestly, coming up with your stories versus drawing them is so exhausting.
Yeah.
It's so exhausting. It already takes a lot to actually write the scripts out. Drawing the shit, hell no. It drained me, but I couldn't get rid of the bug for the storytelling, so I got into it. And we just come up with stories. Comment below if I should bring in my artwork next week. So, well, not next week, but the next time I'm here, because I won't be here next week probably. I won't be filming. But if you want me to bring in my artwork for you guys to see, comment that below.
Facts. Long and easy artwork. Hashtag. Carter, you want
How
to
did you, before that? How did you get into DFA? Like, what made you go towards DFA?
Well, I think the first, I showed you the very first film I did, right? I did this movie with the director Jamal Joseph. He was an original Black Panther in New York City.
Oh shit! I haven't seen it yet though. I haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, he made a movie in 1997 called Drive By, a love story, and I got to play the younger version of the lead actor, and that was like my first time like acting. I didn't get anything about it, but it was just like an interesting process. And I think like my next thing, I was probably 13. I did a musical. It was like a summer program thing, some shit, you know, to keep you off the street and not gang banging. But I did that, and then in 2006, I believe, me and my friend Brian, whom I was making those comic books with and those flip books with, we got a camera and we were just shooting shit just to shoot it. YouTube was still in its infancy, and I don't know if you guys remember the channel Niga Higa.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yo, Niga Higa.
Hell yeah, nigga.
I was a fan of them. I bought their doo-doo ass movie that they made on DVD. That's how much of a fan I was of them.
You never heard of Nick Higa?
I heard it.
Shit, nigga.
Yo,
That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite YouTubers of all time.
hell yeah. And my favorite video from them was how to be emo, and I'm just like, this is great.
That's a classic, bro.
Hell yeah.
That's a classic. That's like one of their first.
Like that was one of the first viral videos. It was
yeah.
fucking hilarious. And they'll tell you that I'm very out there and strange, but like, I love Bruce Lee films to death. And I thought, you know, what if there was like an emo version of Bruce Lee? And that eventually became my character, Emo Lee. It was just
classic, bro.
And at the time, we didn't know what to do with Emo Lee. He was just a random character that existed for the sake of slapstick violence with no, you know, understanding of like consequences. It was just violence for the sake of being funny, which, you know, it's interesting to a degree. But, you know, if you can stylize it better, then at least it captures more attention.
I think it was good as it is.
It is, but like I wanted to get something that, you know, you care about. Because
you got to understand, bro. You and Brian made something at that time, like the way y'all made it at that time would have been like a classic. It would have been a classic, bro. Like it would have been popular if y'all would have just continued doing what y'all was doing.
I was trying to. He came to the realization that he is lazy. And
he said that?
Yeah, he said that like at least twice, because it's just like, I see the yearning in him for things to want to be made, but he wouldn't actually want to invest the time, and it ultimately just came down to him being lazy. And part of also the reason why he didn't do it was he was hoping that people would just immediately gravitate to what it was. And we're showing this to just like your average Joe who gets to see shit like on fucking HBO and Stars, all these things that have a lot more depth to them as opposed to just comedic shock value, which, you know, it works because you have a camera, but I'm thinking about like, how can we make this even better?
Bro, I saw that. I didn't even see that as a kid, bro. You gotta understand. I met you in 2017.
Yeah.
So I saw that as a fucking adult. You know what I'm saying? So I was like 24. So me seeing that, I was like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. Like what y'all did at the time.
Yeah.
So just imagine if I was a 13-year-old watching that. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been I would have been like, wow, like what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, one of my favorite YouTubers at the time was Mystery Guitar Man. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he did was special effects. And I was like blown away. I just think it was a magician or some shit like that, what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes people just can't see the, you know what I'm saying? Like can't see it. They just can't see it.
I agree. And I do feel like the special effects things are very much a valid reason to get into it. It's just like, I think Brian himself, he was very controlling of the narratives that we would tell, and it would always have to require something that requires a whole lot of time spent editing. And we've all edited at some point, and that shit is so exhausting.
No, it is.
Editing is like shit. Editing is my least favorite thing about production, period.
Wow.
Like I'm the type of nigga, I'll give you the files, show me the shit when you're 95% done. Like,
I'm surprised that you're a writer, but you don't like editing. I'm surprised about that.
I mean, not like, you know what I mean? I like editing screenplays, like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But to sit there in front of the computer, file after file, line up shit on the timeline, there's certain things that I just don't have the patience for, and that's one of them. But,
I get that. The only thing I really like editing is music videos, because at least, like, that's my vision, my understanding of the rhythm and the editing, and you know, I can tell the story how it's told.
So what made you at that point like, oh, I want to go to DFA? Like,
Well, I wanted to at least become better in that craft so I could try to contribute more to making Emo Lee even better, because I could see that wearing down on him, and I was thinking, okay, I'll start out with composing music, so that's like another thing he doesn't have to worry about. I can go to film school and learn how to do these things, so that's less strain for him to have to deal with, and it could be like, you know, one of those dual, like, directing pairs type of things.
okay.
But I think he just kind of lost a lot of steam and
passion for it.
yeah. And it's a shame, because it's just like, you know, there's enough potential there if you just have the patience to see what you can do better, and then have the patience to work with people who have the hunger to do it.
Listen, bro, y'all both not dead. Y'all can still do it.
He's not talking to me.
Oh my God. But even you can still do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still do it.
Absolutely. That's why, like, I've been increasing, like, the amount of stuff for, like, the story. I'm making it grand, but at least there's, like, substance there to it. Because, like, I would go somewhere where people are hungry enough to make that turn into something beautiful.
Emo Lee.
Emo Lee,
Pastor
bro.
Jones, Emo Lee movie.
That would be
fire.
I would be down for that.
Pastor Jones, call it Holy Hands, bro.
Bro, shout out to Pastor Jones. I would dead be down to do that. We just have to, like, sit and write it.
Bro, it'll be like the Black Karate Kid, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Pastor Jones is about to lose his church and stuff like that, but he needs immediate funds. So he does the wildest thing. He finds like a karate tournament on like Craigslist, but he can't fight for shit. But then he goes back on Craigslist and finds this karate master, but come to find out, it's disgraced Emo Lee who gets him back.
Oh,
and,
yeah, that's fire.
And you done right, like, you know what I mean?
Write it, bro.
Yeah, you know me. I come through with this shit, man. Like, I need 100,000.
I give you $100. How about that?
Nigga said, I'll give you $100.
You can be the
executive producer.
Yeah, executive producer.
Executive producer for Ultimate Class, you know what I mean? But like, yo, man, like, yeah, man, yo, Emo Lee in the building, man. I fuck with it.
Thank you.
So you want to go next, Cutter, or?
I go next. You guys, it's your show, man. We gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Save the best for
Yeah,
last.
we gotta save the best for last. So how I got into, it's ironic. I got into film do video games. So I remember, this was like after high school. Like it was this game called Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops, the first
Yeah.
Black Ops. And I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but anyway, the first, yeah, it was the second one. It was the second Black Ops. And in Black Ops 2, nobody knows, you can basically create your own edits in the game. Like you create your own montages.
Oh,
Wow.
But like
With the footage that you save.
with the, yeah, you save footage and you can edit it. So I used to do that shit all day long. Like I used to do it, and then like me and my friends, we would go. I think this was like PS3 at the time. It was PS3 at the time.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, cause I think Black Ops 2 came out like 2012. Yeah, it came out 2000. So this came out before PS4 or whatever. So PS3, you can basically do your own like little edits and stuff like that. And I used to show my friends. And like after that, that's why I like heavily got into editing. Like that's what I want to do. I want to edit. So then after that, it came YouTube. So I got me and my friends. Shout out to Beta. I have Beta. Shout out to Kev. I think y'all both
Yeah,
know
Kev.
Kev.
Kev and Kadeem. Shout out to Kadeem too. Like we was gonna make like a comedy group, and I was gonna be the editor. Called Public Dweeb.
Yeah.
Me and how I came up with Public Dweeb. Me and Kev was walking down this like famous street in Canarsie, like cause we went to school like further down. I think it was like Flatlands. They had Flatlands, and we both came up with the Public Dweeb like channel. So we was gonna do like sketches on there and stuff like that, but like everything kind of like fell apart. You know what I'm saying? Cause like they didn't want to really do it like that. So me and Kev kind of like went on the path on our own
Yeah.
to do like sketches, story times. You know what I'm saying? We deleted all that shit, but we was like we had like story times on there. Kev had like this. I remember Kev had like this series he wanted to do about a man who just got out of jail and he came to like his homeboy thing, and I was acting in it. Like it was the first time like acting and stuff like that. So like we used to like do that all day long, like sketching. Like after college, he'd come to my crib, we'd do sketches and stuff like that. And we kind of like expanded, cause Kev, he wasn't really. It was just like Ryan, like Kev was extremely talented, but he was just lazy.
Yeah.
And like he had other things on his mind. So like when I got
Always.
into, yeah, it's always like that. So when I got into and he's still talented, still very talented person. He just, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess he's older now, so he's like not really thinking about it like that. But
Yeah.
he's still a very talented person, and I hope he gets back into that field, because I still think, I remember when Kevin Hart was coming out, I was like, yo, bro, Kevin like way funnier than him. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's how I feel. Like I feel like he can be on that level, if you really put his mind to it.
Yeah.
So like that happened, and then when I got into college, I started meeting dudes that I went to elementary school with. So like a Rondé.
Yeah.
I met a Rondé again in 19, met my friend Chris, and then we started doing YouTube after that as well. So when we came together, that was like a year after me and Kev got together.
Yeah.
We started doing, they made like the two freshman entertainment thing. So we started doing sketches for them and also for us as well. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it just after that, just doing like the YouTube stuff, like it's just like, yo, I wanna do this full time, like especially with the editing, like I even went to like a I even went to like it was like a program. Shout out to Tracy. I think it was like Miss Tracy, and she was like this, like she was kind of like my first mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like she had like this group where she teaches kids how to edit and not edit, but how to make a film.
Yeah.
And what she did was she had that class. However, like she had like a little program for like young editors and young like basically like thing to learn how to edit. So like she was like my first like teacher as far as like editing something. You know what I'm saying? I learned some things from her. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't work out because like I think at the time I was just too young. You know what I'm saying? Too young to understand. So like, cause she was like putting me on sets, but I didn't like the sets because they weren't serious. I could tell they weren't serious. So like that it kind of left like a bad taste in my mouth. Like when like I came back to her, so like I just like I quit the thing. But I eventually like tried to come back, but she was like she ain't fuck with me like that after because me and him had because not only I did that, there's another dude named Aaron. Shout out to Aaron. I never saw him again, but Aaron was also like we kind of like became like really good friends. So, but yeah, we kind of like stopped going to the program because I feel like she was bullshit, you know. But she had like a dream of like wanting to um, make like a studio in Brooklyn and stuff like that. Like she had a lot of the dream, but
Yeah.
it was just like I don't know. I feel like she was just making like bad decisions at the time, and then like that whole period from like 18 before I got to DFA was just crazy. Like I met a dude named Spaticade. Shout out to Spaticade. And he was like an actor that was like coming up, you know what I'm saying? And like I got him like we was only friends for like a year until he died. Like he died. I don't know who he died from, but he like just died mysteriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just those years and then going to DFA was just like insane because I met so many, I learned so much, met so many people, and like to this day I still like I just always want to be still just pursuing filmmaking after that. You know what I'm saying? After like just meeting those people, and how I got into DFA was I think I saw it online. I think I saw like a Facebook ad or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, because before that, I did I did the Brick Center, you know, BCAT. I did the Brick Center,
Yeah.
and like I was just trying to get all the resources I can to like help us with filmmaking. Like go to the Brick Center, get the certificate so I could use the studios. What else? Another program, whatever, use equipment and stuff like that. And oh, even before that, like on some Muslim shit. Like I was running around with this dude, I forgot his name. But he's in the Brick Center now. I see him in the Brick Center now. But I was running around with this dude, like he wanted like to be like he wanted to create like a black media, like a black Muslim media.
Yeah.
And like I was running around with him. I was running around. Shout out to Ibrahim. I was running around with him. Like he was putting us in. He was like kind of like trying to get into like the Muslim media space.
Okay.
So like I would like around 2012, 2013, no, 2012. It was 2012. Like around that time in the summer, you would catch me on 42nd Street and he's handing out Qurans trying to get people to turn Muslim. And I'm shooting the thing.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that looking back at it now, like I wish I knew what I knew now. Cause like those things would still be flourishing, you know what I'm saying? Cause now I have like the actual knowledge of like how to, you know, film, stream, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like I did like I can say now that I did every single part of fucking media, like every single part of film, media, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a part of all of that.
Nah, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So then like I found out about DFA. And like I was trying to get Arandi and them in there, and they kind of like quit like after a week, but I stayed, and then I met y'all. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. That's the climax.
That's very interesting. Very interesting. So
Man, that's cool though.
they decided to save the best for last. I'm gonna tell the edited version, bro, because this is a long ass story. But I'm gonna just give y'all the paraphrase. I'm gonna paraphrase it for y'all. So growing up, man, like I was always a storyteller. That's one thing about me. I was always a storytelling ass motherfucker. And like I was always in trouble. And my grandmother who my good friend has had a privilege to meet, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
She used to always say, "Boy, Titus know how to come up with the lie bro, he used to lie like a
Politician.
bro, like a bat out of hell. Titus used to lie like a bat out of hell. So I was always a storyteller, but I always used to really like telling stories. So back when I was at PS36, like after like we come back from lunch and stuff like that, we had this thing where like we wrote in our journals for like an hour and stuff. No, I lied. Like for like 10, 15, like you write like your little journal entry and stuff like that. And like you had to be brave enough to go up to the front of the class and read what you wrote. So all the time, kids used to be like, yo, let Titus read his story, let Titus read his story, because it was always some bugged out story. Like, you know what I mean? I remember growing up, living with my biological grandmother, she used to watch Matlock, the Golden Girls, Power Rangers and shit. So one of my first early stories had to been like 7, 8 years old. I wrote in my journal entry, the Power Rangers having to help the
The
Golden
Golden Girls.
Girls. And like, you know what I mean? The whole class thought it was funny.
I was
And
hoping
like,
it was the Power Rangers beat up Matlock.
that would have been some shit though. So I always wanted to be a storyteller. Like even when I was growing up, read a lot of R.L. Stein, Goosebumps and stuff like that. And I was just always fascinated with the idea of telling stories. Now the film part is there, but not quite there. So just follow the story. So back in the day, there used to be a show called E.T.
Yeah.
Entertainment Tonight. And they used to always have a segment that go behind the scenes on films and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I just remember watching the behind the scenes of like whatever hot film was coming out. Like,
Always. That's
like yo, like you
promo.
see the actor putting the makeup on, the chairs, the lights and shit. I always thought that was cool. Like, you know what I mean? That was my thing to watch. Entertainment Tonight, the behind the scenes, the making of Die Hard and stuff like that.
Matrix, all these interviews that they would have. It was
Yeah.
like prime time television.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So for the longest of the time, I thought I was going to be a children's book author because I was big on Dr. Seuss books. Like I loved Dr. Seuss books when I was a kid growing up. I love Goosebumps books. So like I had it in my head that I was going to be an author, and that's what I wanted to be. So I grew up, still told stories, but I was a bad kid. So I'm not going to tell you why I got sent away for a year because when I was about 12, I got sent away for a year and I started writing poems because like my counselor was like, you need to get your feelings out and stuff like that. But it wasn't poetry at the time. Well, it was, but I wasn't calling it that because at the time I was like, what grown man is writing poetry? So I used to write raps and stuff like that. So
He was Harlem's own Gilly the Kid.
yo, no funny shit, like you know what I mean. And I'll never forget when I came home from this school called Crestwood. I told my cousins that I could rap. Them niggas laughed at me until they heard me rap. It's like, hold on, this nigga Titus could really fucking rap. So there was a segment in my life where I wanted to rap too, but like, you know, growing up, like you are like a heavy Christian grandmother who not supporting none of that dumb shit, nigga. You gonna go to college and get a regular job. Fuck all that rap shit. So I graduated from Rice High School class of 06, and I went to school for computer science and then realized that I was only doing that to appease my grandmother. Like my heart wasn't into it. Because like, I look back at my early childhood years and my teenage years, I was like, man, listen, I done gave this lady so much trouble. Like my family think I'm a piece of shit. Let me just do something that is going to appease them. So I went to school for computer science. And then I like it, dropped out of school, and then I found the Art Institute coming off the train on 116th. I remember the exact, I had the posters in the train, the Art Institute.
Of course.
So I remember running back home. It was like, yo, I'm gonna go back to school. I'm gonna go to art school. So
How old was you at the time?
damn, I was like 19, 20. So yeah, so my grandmother went down there with me, signed the Art Institute stuff. Started at the Art Institute. It's some of the best time of my life. Some of my closest friends to this day, I still connect with from the Art Institute. Shout out to the Art Institute.
How long you was there for?
I was like there for like 3.5 years. And
Back when you were a minor.
and then I wanted to further pursue film. So I'll never forget, me and my grandmother, we going at it now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not in school. I'm in the house all day. Like, no, you want to do something. You know how black grandmothers get. Like, oh, you want to get out this house. And this girl, I forgot her name. Her name was Tiny, I believe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a good friend from the Art Institute. So she told me about a job fair. So I'll never forget this day. It was at the Hotel something, and it was a job fair to become a Coast Guard, home health aide, and shit like that. And now, like, I'm like, bro, I don't want to do any of this shit. And I remember this day because it was raining like a motherfucker, bro. Raining than a bitch outside. And I'm like, so I was like, I'm about to leave. I go use the bathroom, but as I'm walking towards the door, I see this man in a black turtleneck handing out pamphlets. Like, and like, he was like some very like Bruce Wayne type nigga. Hair slicked back, quirky, swollen in the motherfucker. Good day, good day, good day. It was Patrick. So I woke up,
Of course it's
like,
Patrick.
the Digital Film Academy. So I walked up to him, and then I was like, hey, I was about to leave, but what is the digital? Oh, it's a school where you can use the camera equipment and stuff like that. We strictly teach film. And I'm like, oh, all right, cool. So I took a pamphlet and went back home and told my grandmother I was about to do this film school thing again. Like, and at this point, like in my family, nobody, like the faith in Titus is 0%. Like,
Damn.
bro, like, yo, like, not cause like, yo, so there, like, I was a screw up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't become this person that I am now, like, way later in my adult years. Like, so, yeah, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do the Digital Film Academy. And then I went there, killed it, 4.0 grade average, like, finished, did both programs the first year and the second year, bodied it. And, like, you know, like, being that you could use the equipment and come there, I basically turned DFA into an office. So like,
He did.
so like I was there every day, and then I'll never forget, like, there was a group of gentlemen, I forget their names, goddamn, like the Jamaican, the Trinidadian dude and stuff like that.
Oh, damn, I was just on his page today too.
Yeah, but like, yeah, they're not important.
I think Reggie?
But there was this kid there with like blonde hair, glasses, dressed weirder than a bitch. I was just like, and then I'll never forget, that's when I first met Marshall. I was like, I'll never forget, he had a gold box cut. I was like, and then like, I'll never forget, I looked up one day and I see this kid in a weird shirt, flared pants, and like fucking, what fucking sneakers you had on? I think you had on like fucking Converse. And the first thought in my mind was like, why in the fuck is this nigga dressed like a golden lord from Meteor? and then right, I was just like, yo, this nigga's weird, but he was cool as fuck though, bro. Like, so that's how me and Lil Meezy met, like, you know what I mean? And then like, yo, I just continued my journey there at the DFA. And then I met Cutter. Like, yeah, I don't remember how I met Cutter, but I remember the first time making Cutter laugh. Like, you know what I mean? Like there used to be a computer room and stuff like that where you could look out through the glass, and there was a student that had a very interesting walk. And then like, I said, well, goddamn, this is the most limpiness motherfucker I've ever seen. And this nigga Cutter burst out dying laughing and shit. So like, that's how I met Cutter. And yeah, and
I think I don't know. I think the first time I met you was the first time. I don't know. I think the first time I met you was the first time. Like Ayanda was.
Yeah.
I think it was like around then, I remember one time her friend was with her, and you was there. You was all in like the computer room, that little computer room by the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like we was in there, and like you was talking to them, like you was talking back and forth to them, and I was listening. But I've seen you around. Like I do remember. I don't know when we like kind of like started talking,
Right.
but like you and Jimmy was like,
Oh, them and Jimmy was
yeah, them and
always
Jimmy were
together.
always together.
Yeah.
So it's
Jimmy
like,
was my nigga. Shout out to Jimmy Negron, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, Jimmy was crazy. But yeah, I remember like seeing her. Then me and Marshall, I mean me and Long Meezy, we didn't really meet each other in the school. Like we actually met.
I think through Ayanda.
I don't think it was through Ayanda, cause I think you was fucking with Larice first.
I met Larice through you.
Oh really?
Yeah. And
So-
he was just acting a little too, like, cool with me, and I'm just like, nigga, I don't know you. I just met you.
Who, me?
No,
Oh,
Larice.
Larice.
Larice be doing that.
Well, I know you came to my set. You came to
I came to your
Brownville.
set. Yeah.
Yeah, he came to Crown Heights with me to help me with a project. And I don't know if that was the first time. I don't know if it was the first time we met, but that was one of the times where we was just like, started like
meet each other.
started meeting each other and stuff like that.
And if y'all want to know, Cutter walks like Vince McMahon.
I do not look like this.
He's
Nah, but like, yeah, so that's pretty much, so I graduated from the Digital Film Academy I graduated in 2015, but I started just keep coming there. That's how I met these gentlemen and stuff like that. And then I'll never forget, I was in the computer lab I was in the green screen room.
Oh, yeah.
I was in the green screen room, and I had just started, it's 2018 at this point, I just started Ultimate Class Entertainment. And there was a lot of younger students that had just completed their program. And this one young Caucasian student by the name of Matt Vincini walked in there, and he was telling me about a project. It was like, yo, man, I'm working on a feature film and stuff like that. And then he pitched it to me, and I was just like, the cattle farmer, I like it. And just so happened, I don't know, like we was all kind of cool at that point.
Yeah,
So,
it was all cool at that point.
so I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna produce it, and my other two friends are gonna help me produce it as well. So that was my first taste of like production on like an independent film. Shout out to Matt Vincini. And then COVID happened, and then,
It's so crazy how time worked. Cause if you would shoot that today, I would have been 100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I would have been like put way more money than I put in. But like that time, that was rough.
bro.
Super rough.
That was rough, bro.
So then COVID happened, and then when the world opened back up again, I was doing these interesting reviews. I was doing the Titus People's movie reviews where I was just reviewing movies, putting them on Facebook, going crazy. And that's how I met my guy Cass. And then me and Cass had a conversation. Like, long story short, I started writing projects. Well, like, I was taking projects that I already had on my flash drive, and I was just redoing them to make them up to date. And then I wrote a little TV series called Dating While 30. Nigga flew out to California, pitched it to some of Kevin Hart's people. So that's when the buzz of like who Titus people was started circling around and stuff like that. Like I was already like fake kind of lit and stuff like that. So like, and then I started my own show, When Discussion Strikes, and then
Then you started with Marshall.
There was a different iteration of it.
Yeah.
There was a very different iteration.
I remember that. Like I was in the room.
We're in a very tiny ass room.
And I was a fucking incredibly large at that time too. Like,
and you had the long but tiny ass table that we sat with.
Word. Yeah, so like we had the first generation of When Discussion Strikes, and then
you expanded when you got to
And then, yeah, I expanded when I got the M&N.
Yeah.
100 pounds lighter, like, you know what I mean? Because for those who don't know, I used to be 418 pounds. Right now, I'm 275. So, yeah, man. After I got my health back intact, I really started taking my film career where it needed to be, and here we are. Several feature films being looked at right now by some studios. Pulpit Players about to go into production very, very soon, and yeah, shit going crazy, man. And that's just a testament of me just sticking with it, because I'll be honest with you. When I started at the Art Institute, it was a mad of us on this film journey. Now, when I look back at some of them and stuff like that, it's about like 10, 15 of us that really stuck with it. And because I stuck with it as long as I did and they see it's possible, a lot of them now are just like, yo, I want to get back into it, bro. So like, I'm glad I could be like a beacon of inspiration and stuff like that. Cause like, yo, bro, you gotta stick with it. And then also, surprisingly, not that they're fully supportive of it or fully on board with it. Like my family see it's possible now. Like, you know what I mean? Like I think after me flying to California and actually doing that and the cattle farm and stuff like that, they was like, oh, okay, this is a possible thing. Cause like, let's be honest. The hardest thing to do is to be a creative in a black family.
Fuck yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Cause like, especially in a generation of like, you went to school, you went to work, like art. Like, the fuck is that? Like, no, nigga, you gonna go get a fucking job. And so like especially my family, like they really didn't whole grasp the whole idea. But when I got my first articles and stuff like that, magazines started writing about me. I started going to podcasts, doing interviews and stuff like that. It piqued their attention a little bit, I guess. I was like, oh, okay. It looks like something. And then the cattle farmer came out, then it was just like, oh, okay, this is possible. And then the whole California situation happened. Then it was like, oh shit, all right. And then they start seeing a lot of other things, like, you know, so now it's time for those other things to come out, like, you know what I mean? But like, you know,
Exactly.
you gotta stick with it, like, and the reason why it's taking so long, no, I can't even use that as an excuse. Because for the first half of my film career, I didn't take my film career as much as I'm taking hold of it now. When I was at the Art Institute, I was just concerned about being funny and popular. So like, you know what I mean? Like I was one of those kids that had like the greatest potential, but I didn't really live up to my potential because I just wanted to be cool and be funny. Like, so.
I mean, relatively, like, speaking like age in film is a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like you're still very young in this film space. A lot of people don't make it as a young person in film.
Word.
It's pretty, especially like behind the scenes.
It's pretty rare, like, you know what I mean?
It's pretty rare, like you being like,
yeah, like
like
that.
you're Matt Damon and fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like and those guys, like
Word.
Film
you know what I'm saying?
requires like a big team.
And then like Nepo, you know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like yeah, nepoism.
Absolutely.
So it's
You
to be
really have
honest,
to know who you know.
I think you're like you did 37, 38. Yeah, it's like extremely young.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like 10 years. Like just think of it. Like Samuel Jackson didn't get his first break until he was like 48.
Word. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like.
Yeah.
And he got like 30 years in the game. So
Yeah,
like,
he got like 30. Yeah, exactly. So it's
So-
like you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Nah, but like, yeah, after I stopped worrying about the age of things and really started taking my health seriously and really started looking at things, life got better and the opportunities got better. So that's pretty much the short story of Titus Peoples and how I met these gentlemen. And
How I Met Your Mom.
This is how Sweat the Critique came about.
no, absolutely, yo.
And we're very small, but we're very grateful.
Absolutely.
We're very grateful, like, you know what I mean? So, like,
DFA was like DFA. I had some great times in my life, but DFA was probably my favorite time in my life. In that, bro, it was so crazy.
just to have a place to go and just be
Go and-
creative.
yeah, be creative and chill and meet so many different people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like insane. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a really good experience. Like shout out to Patrick for that.
Shout out to, do you think I'm a bitch, Mr. Davis?
R.I.P. to Israel.
Yeah, but I didn't really know him like that, so I can't really. Like, that was my actually that day when I when I was with this guy. That was kind of like my first like time interacting with him. Ironically,
Yeah.
so like.
So, Mr. Peoples, I need you to let me see. Do I look like a
but
bitch, Mr.
other than that,
Davis?
like yeah, DFA was like. I know we bring up DFA, but DFA was like crazy.
No funny shit. And I indirectly introduced him through that whole situation to somebody that, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, son.
We had like a little thing.
Yeah, bro, shit crazy, bro. All from that one situation, bro. Like,
It was DFA was like, and DFA like you met like even shout out to I know you don't like it, but shout out to Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Like I fuck with Daryl heavy. I hope Daryl's doing good, man.
Oh, that nigga's dead.
Oh man.
I hope he getting eaten by worms.
shout out to Darnell.
Oh, shout out to Darnell.
Yeah, shout out to Darnell.
Definitely
Shout out to the
Darnell.
AV Cage, man. Shout out to Don Cato, man. Shout out to my son Guy Moore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Tom Griffin.
Yeah.
Bro, man, like
Definitely
shout out
Tom
to the emotional clarity, man. Like if your shit not emotional clarity, niggas ain't watching that.
Exactly. Niggas out
Nah,
here
but
watching
it was
Fast and
such a it
Furious.
was like it was probably one of the first like programs or like first like institutes like in New York that was like wow this is something, you know what I'm saying? Like
It is.
it brought it brought people from different places, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it was
So
just-
much so that, like, you know what I mean? I don't like talking about it a lot, but like the first generation of that school, the Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman attended it.
yeah.
And this is not even us joking or trolling, like this is actual fact. Like, you know.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of articles about that. Or not articles, there's ads.
Yeah.
There's ads for fucking DFA with Chadwick unintentionally.
Yeah, but like, you know what I mean? RIP to Chad, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
I forget Chad.
so, yeah, man, like, yo, the Digital Film Academy was a great place to come and just work, man. Like, I used to love, I really, like, treated that place like an office after I graduated. I would come there faithfully. Bro, I would be the first one there and the last one to go.
He's not lying. He's not lying.
Like, I would literally be there, like, at 7 o'clock in the morning when they open and wouldn't leave till, like, 9 o'clock at night.
Oh, word.
Nigga would be there before the teachers.
Yo, no funny shit. Yo, and then right with the whole screenwriting thing, I remember, I'll never forget, the nigga Patrick put me into his office and was like, Titus, I'm gonna need you to stop helping the students with their screenwriting. Like, I was like, why? So, like, he goes, that's what I have the teachers for. Like, and then I was like, you know what, you can actually hire me to be a teacher because I'm done. Like, man, like, you obviously know I know what I'm talking about. I know what to do. And for like 30 seconds, he was like, you know what? That wouldn't be that bad of an idea, but we never really pursued it. But like, yeah, like students used to always come to me with their scripts and stuff like that. I'll never forget. They was complaining about their screenwriting teacher, and then I said something, like probably like 2 or 3 words. Shorty went in her bag, pulled out her notebook, and was like, "Bro, that's fucking ridiculous. You just said in 5 words what he's been trying to teach us for the last month."
Yeah.
I was like, God damn, like, who the fuck is y'all teaching?
They be
My teacher was Dr. Ulig. I mean, my teacher was Mr. Ulig. Shout out to him. He was really good.
Oh yeah, so by the time y'all was there, like the teacher rotation like changed drastically. Like the only 2 teachers that was there,
It's Cato.
Cato and God. Like, you know, everybody else was like new, and I really didn't know like that because I wasn't like, you know what I mean. I would see them around and speak to them like, hey, what's up? But like we really didn't interact on like the classroom stuff like that.
It's just crazy how you came from a different, like I came from the aspect of like YouTube and you came from the aspect of like something totally different. It was crazy.
Word.
absolutely.
Nah, but like, yo, shout out to the Digital Film Academy on the 9th floor, 639th Avenue, bro.
Classic. Classic place.
Oh man. Shout out to the security for the joint too, bro. Shout out to my boy Jose. Jose was hella cool with us, man. Like mad cool,
Facts.
bro. Laugh, crack joke with us and shit like that, bro. Like
Those are the days.
those were the good old days, man.
Nah, it was days, bro. It was days where I was like depressed or whatever. I go to the school, bro.
And end up
And
laughing
like,
at
end up
something.
laughing, just making jokes,
Ordering
hanging out with y'all.
food, eating,
Yeah,
creating
like,
and shit.
like, it
Going
was
to
this time I was like, yo,
Stickies.
bro, this is
Going to
this
Stickies. Shout out to
is
yo,
Stickies, yeah.
bro. I was a bro. Chipotle's and Stickies used to go crazy, bro.
Oh my God, you just made me think about. I'm not even gonna say it. Something traumatic happened outside of the Chipotle over there. Gage would not stop laughing at it, but it was fucked up.
Yeah, and we met a lot of weird people there, bro.
Tell me about it.
Bro, like speaking of Gage, you know what's crazy? Gage was in my second year class.
Of course he was.
So,
Not doing shit.
you all what you knew.
I'm just here with my privilege and all. And I could
I
fight.
remember
You know?
Gage took us to
Oh yeah, he was trying to get us to shoot a commercial, and he took us like the most expensive restaurant in the world. He knew my pockets at the time weren't built like that. I don't know why the fuck he was trying
Nah,
to
but
do.
look though, and that's the day y'all also told me that he was talking shit too.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's talking shit about you. Yeah. That's hilarious.
You see all these guys out here. They're all bullshit, man.
I mean, he didn't really say anything crazy. He just said like he didn't say that he was fucking around. I guess like he was saying like he wasn't like serious. He wasn't taking it serious.
That's when he wanted to do his little watch commercial
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like, you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because that was literally what it was supposed to be. He had this spy movie homage to, you know, 007, but it was just to sell the watch. And I had spoke about bringing you in, I guess, to help assist direct it or something
I
like
guess
that.
for audio, I guess I don't know.
It might have been that. I forgot.
You know what's crazy? I think we all have a project from that school. You have the emo Lee joint, like, cause that's the first thing I actually saw from you too was emo Lee and stuff. And for me, y'all remember Lance?
Yeah.
Of course we remember
Bro,
Lance.
I did Lance at the church.
Yeah, yo,
And
like,
Daryl showed up.
Yo, that was the first. I think that was the first time like I kind of knew you.
yeah,
And that was a bad day. That was a bad day, bro. And I have to give you props, bro, because you didn't let that day defy who you are. You know what I'm saying? Defy who you were. Because that was a bad fucking day, bro. I mean, it was a bad day. Like, I was watching that day, and I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give you, like,
And you know
mental
what?
toughness for that.
like, yo, shooting Lance was crazy. Shooting Lance was crazy. But what thing you talking about? The screening for it?
Yeah.
Yo, listen, and I'm gonna tell you why these two are my friends to this very, very day. He's 1000% right. That day was arguably like
One of the worst days. Like, one of the
like,
worst
you know
days,
what I mean?
bro.
Like my so-called friends, like, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we gonna pop out, support you. Bro, these two niggas, bro.
We showed up.
You know what's crazy? We wasn't even talking. Like, we wasn't
Yeah, I
talking
didn't-
at the time. I didn't even know him.
Yeah, I think I came there with Kenny.
Yeah, because Kenny was the host of it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So like, yo,
I don't remember you there. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember you there, bro.
yo, bro, like,
I had a
yo,
black shirt on, a white tie,
no
some
funny
glasses.
shit. I think only like 3 outsiders came. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And like, and you know what? And Cutter's right, bro. Like, and I can't even front. And it's funny that you even said that and to be fully transparent. Bro, that was one of the times where I thought about I wanted to quit. I was like, yo, bro, nobody's supporting me, gang. Like, you know what I mean? All my friends, yo, T, we gonna pop out. There's gonna be a movie. Bro, ain't none of them niggas fuck with me. Bro, and there are, that's why, and it was at that point, that night needed to happen, because I wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. So now I got this mindset, I don't give a fuck who support me. Like, y'all know I designed the
Yeah,
shirts.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
released mad shirts and stuff like that. I found a tribe and community of people that fuck with me. I don't care if my family share my shit, they post my shit and stuff like that. Like, I honestly don't care no more.
Yeah,
So like it got to a point where like that needed to happen because like
absolutely. Yeah.
because like as a creative, like you want people to support you, you want people to rally behind you. But bro, more than anything, you need to support yourself, believe in yourself.
Yeah, that's first. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think that was my biggest problem in my first half of my film journey. I believed in myself, but I was waiting for other people to believe in me first. So once I got past that, bro, like my life got so much better and way more opportunity. Bro, like I tell you, bro, I've been doing this since I was 19, 20. I didn't start getting any real Hollywood film recognition from executives till like I was about 34, 35, bro. Like, cause y'all gotta remember that magazine article drink, like my first magazine article spread where that was taken here by your boy. Shout out to Reese.
Yeah.
I was like 35. Like, so shit really didn't start clicking for me big time until I was 35. That's how long I be stuck. That's how long I stuck with this shit, bro. Cause I eventually believed in myself to a point where it was just like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna make this shit happen. I don't give a fuck what nobody said.
Absolutely. Yeah. Word.
Bootstrap mentality, nigga.
And guess what? Now everybody want to eat dick. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now everybody want to script with the ultimate. Now niggas want to fuck with the ultimate. Y'all wasn't shooting with me in the gym.
Now I remember that.
shooting in
I
the
remember
gym?
that day distinctively. Like I remember that day.
Bro, and I
Like you had
was
like the hookup. You was like a bar.
yeah,
it was at the
bar
Lovecraft.
thing. You had like the
I wanna go back
underground
there.
thing and like three. It was like 3 people there. It was like 3 or 4 people there.
word.
And it was just so awkward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
And I didn't even know you like that.
Bro.
I didn't know you like that, bro. Like, I
we
didn't know you like
screened
that.
it, like, you know what I mean, did a 2-second Q&A, then I went home, and then it was just like, bro. And that, 2 things happened. I'll never forget that train ride home. I said, it was that moment on that train ride home, I said to myself, I will never ever wait for the support of my family ever again for anything. Like certain things need to have, like as young black men, like something has to switch off in your head, and sadly, it has to be something traumatic and it hurt you a little bit
Yeah.
for it to switch off in your head. It was at that moment where it was just like, bro, I will never ever, bro. The only reason why Lance happened at the church, cause my grandmother had a program,
Yeah.
and then her shit failed, like, you know what I mean? And then she needed something because she had people coming in. So I had Lance on me. And then, right, it was just like, you know what? And that's when me and Loma got together. Bro, me and this nigga wrote like an hour play, like, and like improv that shit like in 2 minutes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like a lot of people don't know to this day, cause that shit was improv for 2 hours.
Had to keep those kids nice and occupied. I'm like, hi, everybody.
Word, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I'm doing spoken word poetry in between scenes until he figure out what he doing and shit like that, bro. Like, it was crazy, bro. But like, that's why this nigga get on my fucking nerves, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this nigga's a fucking asshole, and sometimes I hate him. But those 2 times, bro, like, yo, I could say, bro, like, yo, this is one of the most solid people I ever met before in my fucking life, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't really go through nothing with Cuddy. I think I gotta take him uptown. We gotta rob a bank and jump by some niggas first. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't really go through nothing with Cuddy yet. But my
No, but I
little
mean,
Neezy,
we haven't did anything, but I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Word.
I've been there in some of your, like you said, like the whole shit. I've been there for like your worst moments.
word,
I
bro.
was there for your worst moments.
Bro, cause that moment right there, my nigga, for Cuddy to remember that shit, bro, remember that he do, that shit had to be bad, bro, cause
Yeah, I was like, wow. Like, I ain't gonna front. I laughed. I ain't gonna...
Bro.
Because I didn't know like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know
I was
what?
like,
Outside looking at, I would have laughed too. Like,
I remember
like,
it being
yo,
a
bro, this
struggle
is
day.
terrible.
I was just
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
oh.
Like,
Wow.
I was like, yo, bro, this is crazy, bro. Like I couldn't. Like, I've had moments like that. I've definitely had moments like that. So
Word.
I can't really, you know what I'm saying? So I understand. You know what I'm
And
saying?
no funny shit. That's why I be fake going out my way. I don't care, bro. If I'm telling you I'm coming somewhere to support you, I'ma go be there for you. Cause nigga, I know what that feel like, gang. Like, yo, bro. Bro, it takes a lot to be a creative, bro. Cause like even with all the streaming shit that's going on, it's like people still take you as a joke until you like prove yourself, bro. Like I listen to Speed Story, Casanat Story, and all that. People used to take these niggas as a joke. Oh, that streaming shit. Da, 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 da. Now look at these dudes, bro.
Now they on their dick.
Word. Like,
Nah, it's something you told me. It was something I'll never forget. I don't know if you was talking to me or you was talking to somebody. You was and I felt it. And the reason why I felt it was because I seen it from you. You know what I'm saying? And you kind of taught me about like having tough skin in
Yeah.
a sense. Like you was talking to somebody. I don't know who you was talking to, but that was like when I heard that from you, I was like, yeah. You know, I kind of learned that. I kind of learned that from you because I was like, yo, bro, like if you can go through that and still want to keep doing this,
bro.
I was like, bro,
Son,
ain't
nobody
you
from
can
my family showed up to that shit, gang. Like you know, like
It was only the actors in Marshall.
yeah, and like
Actors in
two
Marshall
other
and me.
people
Yeah,
like
me.
that I knew, like you know what I mean. But and then right, I can't even front. I went back uptown, and just to appease my ego and my family, I was like, yeah, bro, it was a big turnout. Mad people came because like you don't want to look like shit in front of your family and shit.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean. So, but
Now look at them and look at you.
facts, like you know what I mean, like it kind of, bro. I tell people all the time, bro. Being a black creative in your family, in a traditional family, is like one of the hardest things in the world, bro. Cause like, that's why I always say, like, if your kids singing, dancing, doing anything, support them, bro. Like, literally support them. Cause the outside world's gonna fuck them up and tell them they garbage. Like, why they gotta hear it two places? Why they gotta hear it in the house and outside, bro? That shit fucking sucks, bro.
No, it do sucks, but
Yeah.
also again, is what you also said. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to learn that as well. Like, you're not really doing it for your family. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like,
Exactly. This is a part of who you are and your expression.
You're as a creative, you're making films for not only yourself, but you're making films that share your taste in film.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all you should focus on. You shouldn't focus on anybody else, or especially your family. Your family don't understand. I remember one time, I'll never forget, I was me and Kev, like, I kind of stopped doing, like, sketches with him, because at the time he wasn't really taking it seriously, and I was like, yo, bro, like, why are you so late? And the nigga had a nerve to say to me, yo, you my girl? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But I would never forget that. I would never forget that line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it made me realize, like, oh, you're not really on what I'm on. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And like, that's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then right through this film journey too, like there was one scene in a movie that made me feel the same way I was feeling around that time. Dolomite,
Yeah.
the one that came out with
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie, there was a scene where he was telling them around the table at like he was at like the little cafe joint, and he was talking to them about what he gonna do. They all laughed at him, bro. And they're right. I'll never forget watching that in my house, bro. I cried, my nigga, cause like I remember niggas laughing at me, bro. I'm like, and then like he got up and walked out. Then he had that look on his face, like, damn, bro, like why niggas is shitting on me? And then I was like, bro, I feel that way, bro. Like I felt that shit right there, bro. Like that shit hit me. I was like, damn, bro.
yeah, that's like, you gonna go through that.
Bro,
You
no
gonna go
funny
through that.
shit,
Like,
bro.
it's like,
Like,
if you're a filmmaker, especially like you still like on the come up and stuff like that, you're gonna, like, that's an automatic.
And
like
that's why
people just don't understand.
Word. That's why I strive my best to be the very best screenwriter possible. Cause as you read some of my work, my shit is undeniably good, bro. So like, you know what I mean? I said if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna be a master at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote a book on screenplay writing.
Exactly. You do that, nigga.
Word, like, you know what I mean? Like I could arguably say that I'm like at the stage that I could go toe to toe with anybody in this industry with screenplays, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Steve wanted to go script for script right now, bro, be like, Steve, I love you, my nigga, but I'm about to pack you up,
You
bro.
want the smoke.
Word. Tyler, smoking them.
You smoking that
See,
Tyler
hold
Perry
on.
pack.
See, that's the thing. Tyler got classics.
Yeah, Tyler got classics.
So once you get to that thing where you have classics, then yeah.
Word.
Like me, I think I'm an interesting screenwriter. I don't think I'm the greatest, but I think I'm an interesting screenwriter because I think I got good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
But then you know what I'm saying? Like I'm still, only 31. I'm still
Exactly.
on the grind,
You the young old nigga.
Yeah, young old nigga.
Or no, you young OG, just like Fabulous,
Young OG.
his favorite rapper.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, check the comment section, B.
I don't think it's. I did check the comment section. I don't
You
think.
know, pop off in the comments.
Nah, we still on the come up, man.
Word, bro. Like, yo, listen, man. Like, my nigga Cutter
That's way.
Cutter laughed at me, my nigga. He said,
Nah, when I was at DFA, I was
laughing at everybody. So,
I
like,
was
you know
a
what I mean? Like,
douchebag,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
like, you know what I mean? So, like,
like-
I can't even really take that personally because I know this nigga laugh at everything, bro. This nigga Cutter literally laughed at the nigga that I saw limping. I was like, damn, this a limping this ass nigga. And I think the second time I made Cutter OD die laugh, I forget who was in the room, but it was a young lady that Cutter was talking to. I don't think there was
Not at the
official.
time.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't at the time. I wasn't talking to her.
So boom, there was another young lady, but there was another girl named Hannah there. So one of the young ladies said something, and then Hannah said something like, "Oh yeah, I keep the girls in check." And then right by my facial expression, I looked at Hannah like. And then all of a sudden, I see Cutter looking at me. This nigga's fucking weak, yo. This nigga Cutter was like, because it was like, Hannah, you keeping who in check? Like,
Exactly.
nah, but like, yo, there's a lot of funny characters, bro. Like, you could easily write a TV show about that
Oh
school
my
experience,
god,
bro.
easily, bro. Easily.
You should
That,
do
like
one of
I
that.
had let me tell you something, bro. I had a great like different institutes. I had like especially high school. Like I had a great high school like years and stuff like that. But DFA is like my favorite. That's like my favorite like moment in time. You know what I'm saying?
Word, making grown men cry.
I didn't make no grown man cry, but
You helped make a grown man cry.
rest in peace to that man,
He's like,
man. Yo, you love bringing that up, bro.
this shit
You
was
love bringing that up.
embarrassing, my nigga. And I was cool with him at the time. And he did me dirty, so hell yeah, I'm
Bro,
gonna.
he did us all dirty, bro. I literally, that project that y'all was working on for like fucking 4 years, I hope him write that.
I remember.
All under the disguise of it being like a fucking No, I'm not gonna talk bad about him. I'm not gonna talk about him. Cause I RIP to him, like he died, he passed, so like we're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, like we got, you know what I mean, screwed over, bro. Cause like it kept on dawning on me. I was like, wait, I'm writing all these projects, the cattle farmers out. What's taking this project so long?
Yeah.
And I always used to ask him, I was like, yo, bro, what's taking the project so long? Oh, yeah, we're working on it, we're editing. And then slowly the truth started coming out. So we're going to talk about that project, but we're not going to talk about him. Like, you know what I mean? The project was a Faust.
Very much a farce. A farce. A farce.
A farce. And then everybody found out and everybody was just like, yeah, I'm going to head on out.
This guy's nuts. But
And then, right, this guy here, being a good friend, was one of the last people to stay through everything, bro.
bro, let me, son, let me. I got to shout out to Marshall, bro. let me tell you something, bro. Marshall, in all my years, bro, Marshall is probably the only person. Like, I mean, I'm talking about even like better than fucking family. I'm talking about people that I've been like family with like my own brother that I shared a fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Room with, yeah.
A room with, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Bro, this
like,
is a solid way.
like
nigga,
maybe
man.
besides shout out to Safe, maybe besides Safe, because Safe, you know what I'm saying? Like Safe will help me with anything. But Marshall was like literally like the only person as far as like film go that's been there thick and through. Like,
Bro.
probably one of the most loyal people I've ever met in my life.
Facts. So like, yo, we gonna give Long Meezy his flowers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lil Meezy. We gotta give Lil Meezy his flowers.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Thank you.
seriously, like,
Bro.
I can't think of another person.
Nah, but look. Let's not make no mistake. You an asshole though. You are an asshole.
I wouldn't, bro.
He's an asshole to me. Like, look, and like that's the other thing. I call it the
You're an asshole
siblings.
too. You act like you're not an asshole.
I am an asshole.
All right, sorry.
No, but look though, it's like the sibling thing. I call it the sibling thing because each of us have a different relationship amongst each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like he's definitely an asshole to me. I'm like, yo, bro. Sometimes I gotta ask this nigga. I'm like, who this weird dressing nigga think he talking to? And I think that goes back to that one day where like Marshall used to be kind of. I'm like, yo, Marshall, I want you to speak freely. Since that day, this nigga, nigga think he can be a young boy. Like,
Nah, I mean, I've grown too because when I was younger, I used to laugh at some demonic shit, man. But now I grew, you know what I'm saying? I'm a, you know what I'm saying? Like more, a little more things.
Now you're more calm and you stop laughing at King Von victims.
I like that some fucked up shit, man.
bro, he laughed at me. He laughed at me at my premiere, bro. I can laugh at it now, but it's just like, I'm in the cut. We're on the train ride home laughing like a motherfucker, boy. Only 3 niggas showed up.
I can't even lie. I remember.
No. I was just laughing at the fact, like, it was such a bad day for you that it was hilarious. I don't know. I can't explain it because I've had those days. You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's not like I'm laughing from like, yo, I'm just laughing because I've had days like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've definitely had days like that where everything just falls apart. Like, I've definitely had days like that.
Bro.
So that's why I was laughing at, because I would laugh at my own self. If I was in his shoes, I would laugh at myself too.
It was a hectic day because, like, I remember Titus, you had the suit on, you had the
the suit on,
fresh
bro.
flat top too.
I don't want to say anything else because it's worse than that a little bit. It's a little bit worse than what you're saying now, but I don't want to, you know. But yeah, you had the suit on, like you was like, oh man, like I remember I walked up to you. I was like, yo, what's up, Titus? Like, yo, bro, this is nice, bro. It was like, yeah, man, like people about to come. I'm just so happy, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Things about to happen.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, okay. We went downstairs.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, bro, like, yo, it's like,
Nigga had
shit.
an open bar and shit. Bro, son.
I was like, yo, it's about to start? Oh shit, no one's here. You know what I'm saying? Like, not a lot of people here.
Bro.
Yeah, that
And
was
like-
a painful day.
And we saw the film and stuff like that, and then we left. I
Bro,
was just
no
like,
funny
yo,
shit.
bro, it's crazy, bro.
Like, but that day needed to happen though, bro. Yo,
No,
that
right.
day taught me a lot, bro. That day.
I'm surprised you didn't talk about that day.
I mean, like, cause I really don't. It's not that I don't like talking about it, cause like, bro, that was like damn near 10 years ago at this point.
So a great
It was 10
villain
years
origin
ago.
story.
Yeah, so
was 10
like,
years ago, yeah.
like you know, but I just use that day as fuel, like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yo, whenever I think about not wanting to write, not wanting to do something, I go back to that day, like, yo, bro,
Turn into a Super Saiyan after that.
bro.
Now
yo,
like I said, bro, I commend you for that day. Like you didn't let that day.
bro, cause the average person,
Yeah, the
they
average
would've gave
person
up.
would have gave, bro. That was a terrible day for someone, bro. Like just watching, just like seeing, cause I think for then I do have empathy for people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when I saw you was doing that, I was like, yo, wow, oh, yo, Titus can go through this. That kind of gave me motivation, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Not in a, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to like make a joke. Like that kind of gave me motivation. I was like,
inspired.
yo, Titus can go through this. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? What I'm going to do is nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially as being like a filmmaker, like.
And I guess what? I guarantee you, 10 years after that, you still ain't have a day that bad.
Nah, I did. It's like close, but not like not like that. Not
Bro,
like that.
that day was,
Because they made me scared. It kind of made me scared to show my projects to my family. I was like, yeah, this is like I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna make the same mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to involve my family.
Bro,
into things.
That
I'm
day
like,
taught you something
yeah,
too.
Yeah, like bro, I'm not gonna
like,
make that same mistake because
bro,
my family would do the exact same thing.
Bro,
the exact same thing.
Like it was, bro, to this, and I'm not gonna say that I got resentment towards my family, but I love my family. But that's why when it comes down to like my film stuff,
yeah, and talk about it.
Unless they ask me, I go to family events. Don't bring up shit unless you ask me.
Yeah.
I get that. I totally get that.
Yeah, like unless you ask me, like, yo, what's going on? I don't talk about my shit.
But I do gotta shout out my father, because my father and my sister gave me my first camera. Like
shout out to my cousin John, bro. Shout out to all my cousins, like, cause I could say out of all the family that believed in me, my cousin Alex, my cousin John, my cousin L. Shout out to John, L, and Alex, bro. And my cousin Shireen. Shireen, the one like that stay with yo.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Everybody else was cool, like, but they had to wait to see shit actually happen. And they're like, yo, bro, not for nothing. I guess, you know what it is? Like, and we're gonna have to talk about this on episode 2. The black trauma of the black family. Cause like, you gotta remember, it was probably generations of people trying to pursue dreams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they saw those dreams fall. So to prevent that pain for the generations after them to feel that, they try to cut their dreams short and just be like, no. Because I don't want you to feel the same way that I seen your uncle who wanted to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Now, rest in peace to my mother. My mother was a writer. Like, I feel like that's how I got my writing ability from, was my mother. Because she had like a little team, like in the 70s. She used to write for like this like program and stuff like that. And they won this contest where they got to meet Jill Scott Heron.
Fire.
So she met Jill Scott Heron.
Gil.
Gil? Oh,
Jill Scott is the girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. Gil Scott Heron. And she got to meet Glenn Turman. You know what I'm saying? That's when he was young. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This was like Cooley High. Cooley High days. So, you know what I'm saying? So Glenn Turman was that dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's
yeah.
So yeah, but you know, she kind of got into like her religious faith, and when she got married, she gave it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She gave it up for her husband or whatever at the time.
Right. And that's crazy that you said about your mom, because my dad, like my dad was into film. My dad was a screenwriter, but unfortunate situation. You know what I mean? The nigga had to end up doing 18 years in jail, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So he had to throw. So when he came home, and for the short time I had him from 18 to 28, like, you know what I mean? Like, we really, like, he was really like, bro, I'm proud of you. So like, yo, there's times where like I get good shit that be happening like that, bro. On that trip to California when my manager and was out there in the pool and shit, and I had like an hour in the room to myself, I can't front. I sat in that room and cried, and it was just like, cause like I felt like that's the only person that really believed in me, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like cause my pops realized, bro, film is way different now. Like the whole idea of screenwriting is way different now. But if I could live vicariously through my son and him do this shit, nigga, the smallest thing happened, bro. He was like, yo, go Titus. We talk about film all the time and all that. So yeah, man. So like, I'm gonna end the episode before I start crying. Like, you know, word. Nah, but yo, like, shout out again to the fathers and shit like that. And Yo, Long Easy, where can the people find you?
__LONGMA__ on TikTok and IG. Shout out to my pops for getting me into stop motion animation filmmaking.
Shout out to your pops, man.
Bro, yo, shout out to Pops, man. Shout out to Long Easy Pops, bro.
Yo, I definitely want to make that Beat Street
And no lie, bro.
Beat Street in Star Wars.
And I ain't gonna go into detail, but shout out to Long Easy Grandpops too.
Yeah, shout out to him too.
Thank you.
And your grandma. Shout out to her too.
Bro, yo, bro, grandma, granddad, bro, like, I see the essence, man. Like, yo, bro. And no funny shit. And we going, without going into detail, and another reason why I fuck with him so much, it would be so easy for him to get into this industry just over his grandparents alone. But he doing it the long way. Real nigga shit, bro. Like,
he could just go and just do the right in B Street.
Yo,
but
no,
he doesn't do that.
Yo, bro, when I first found out who his when I first found out who his grandparents was, what was the first thing I told you? And I was like, well, what the fuck you doing around us?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, go call that nigga Spike, bro. Like, Spike worshipped your grandparents, bro. Like, it would be nothing for you to pull up on him with the fucking script, bro.
Listen, inside B Street.
See, we're gonna start like a GoFundMe for this so we can find objects to throw at this nigga.
Word. Cutter, where can the people find you, bro?
You can find me on you can find me Cutter Butter on Instagram.
Cutter butter _ cutter
Underscore B Street. That's good.
_ B Street.
You guys know where you can find me, Ultimate Class TV on YouTube. Is it Ultimate Class TV on Twitch too?
No, it's Sweat the Critique on Twitch.
Sweat the Critique on Twitch. We on Twitch, gang.
Exactly.
We on Twitch now. Every Sunday. Now we just gotta work on the timing, but 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be 6 o'clock or 6:30.
Exactly.
Word.
So
Bring
y'all
your
can find me,
asses.
Titus Peoples across the board. I am Titus Peoples on Instagram, and that's our episode, man. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Like, subscribe, share, and make sure to don't sweat the critique.
Word.
Motherfucker.
Word.
Yeah, that was a good episode.